trapped in the darkest depths of the Underdark, where madness festers, demons rule. A band of unlikely heroes must escape imprisonment, only to return again to survive unspeakable horrors and fight their way back to the light. But the Underdark doesn't let go so easily. This is Out of the Abyss.
Okay, so to briefly recap last time, after heading out of Gracklestugh, you guys went to Gauntlgrim, did some healing there, restored some people from from injuries, and determined that some people's madness should be considered, but might not be feasible to fix yet. You teleported back to the labyrinth, where you found your way to a gnoll hideout. You found Gash the gnoll, who led you to the Gallery of Angels, where you interacted with a bunch of petrified angels, harvested some feathers, and went through that. At which point Gash led you to the maze engine, this giant brass structure that the Modrons believe can bring order to chaos. Your Modron friend kind of jumped the gun a little bit, didn't care much about the Malfeshni Guard, and tried to run up and activate the engine, but with some quick thoughts and a little bit of brutalistic philosophy, you guys just kind of booshed him into the lava. So he's dead, which got the Malfeshni's attention, and then battle ensued. Driddle activated the maze engine, and on its first turn in combat, removed Thavos from the playing field. Now, off-screen, Thavos was shunted back in time and space to the Drow prison where you guys began your adventure, which I guess Thavos was the only one in present company he was here for. You managed to escape while all the other prisoners were at the same time and hidden. You then summoned a steed and began making your way as quickly as you possibly could across the Dark Lake to the Tower of Vengeance, where you know the Vizarin is. Along the way, you ran into Eldith, who you know would be on the way to Gauntlgrim. Picked her up, offered her a ride, and that's kind of where we left you off. We're going to start with the party at the engine, though. So, we are mid-combat currently. Let's just go ahead and reroll initiative right now.
Okay.
Just for my brain.
All right, 4.
It's a crit on initiative. What a bummer. 28.
Well, it could be worse.
I mean, it's only 7 times higher than mine, so I'd say you're doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
What a waste of a crit. All right.
It's a 28, Valencia?
Yeah, 28.
Jeez Louise.
I have a +8 to initiative.
Golly. All right. Organize that. Okay, well, Valencia, you are in the lead by far. What would you like to do? Thanos has disappeared. I'm going to say that Taran and Brand are kind of panicking once that happens, and Taran disengages and steps back from the Malfeshni, giving you an opening.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked, where in the world is he? But I'm imagining we're hearing some growling from this Malfeshni, so...
Oh, he's not happy. He got hit pretty hard by Taran last round.
Yeah, so she's going to be like, damn it! And then kind of just look back and forth and just kind of rush forward. We're going to have to figure this out later. I'm going to attack 3 times.
Go ahead.
2 with Balin's short sword and the other with the scimitar of speed.
Okay.
Just really trying to get this done with so we can turn this off and figure out where Thavos is.
Speaking of, I'm gonna pop out real quick. I'm gonna change over my laundry so that it can be done by the time we're finished.
You're good. I'll do this combat until you're back.
Okay.
Alright, so first hit is a 15?
15 does not hit, neither does the 17.
Okay, so just the 19 will hit
Just
then.
the 19.
Alright, so I'm going to throw a smite on top of that, but let me do.
Okay.
So Balin's short sword, the improved smite, and then divine smite. I think I'm doing okay in spell slots for now. I'll throw a 2nd level divine smite.
Okay.
So that is how many d8s here?
2nd level should be 3 for fiends, 4, in addition to that improved.
Neat. 4 d8s.
And I think I've already said this, but that fire damage from the short sword does not seem to be doing anything against him.
Yeah, I figured. I rolled pretty well actually.
Yeah, you
24.
did.
Yes.
Yikes. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
No, I used a bonus action and my 2 actions, so we're good.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Dritz is going to run forward and attempt. He'll stay where he is, actually, protecting Driddle and attempt a couple shots. That's a miss and a hit. 8 points of piercing damage from his crossbow. Marvelous. Ront. Also confused about where Thebos is. He's going to run forward and try and shove the Nalfeshni off his feet.
Go Papa Ron.
That's a... Wow! He got a 3, but the Nalfeshni got a natural 1.
Let's go!
So, the Nalfeshni is pushed 5 feet back and knocked prone, among his other various conditions that he has.
Just a fun question. If he moved away from me, do I have... I do... No, I don't have Sentinel. He was kind of... Oh, it has to be by choice that he moves away, right? For opportunity?
Movement? Yeah.
Alright. I just figured I'd ask.
It's the maze engine's turn.
Oh, I don't like that.
Does it look like it's operating like normally though? Like, does it look like really broken? Or because the Modron said it needed to like, did it say it needed to fix it or anything, or does it look like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing?
He didn't say any repairs need to take place. He did say that it takes about a minute.
Oh yeah, he said like a minute 12 seconds, I think.
Yeah, a little over a minute and a half or a little over a minute to boot up all the way and get working. But up until that point, some crazy stuff might happen. So
Okay.
let me roll for it. See what happens.
I wish you would have included that part.
Hey, 69.
Nice.
Ooh. Yikes. I need everyone within 20 feet of the engine, so everyone, to make me a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Oh, I might actually be able to make this.
No joke. I think she would have definitely yelled back, Driddle, turn it off!
It went from a 19 to a 3!
Oh,
You said con saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
It
It
All of your
looks like I am
companions
dead this
succeeded.
session.
Oh no. 9.
Well, that increased Nalfeshni's playbook a little bit. Wonderful. The maze engine itself emits a flash of violet light.
It was a good one.
And within a blink, both Valencia and Driddle are made of stone.
Oh no!
Both of you are petrified.
But
until
Dritz
I
is
tell you
good, right?
otherwise. Both Dritz and Ront and the Nalfeshni succeeded.
Hold on, do I get I think I get a bonus for some reason.
What about your paladin aura?
It's a +2, it'd make it an 11.
That is not even close to enough.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's now the Nalfeshni's turn.
So the most wonderful cat statue appears in front of you guys.
Yeah. Let's see, he's going to stand up from prone. He's going to attempt to summon some demons.
I shouldn't have made fun of the angels.
That succeeded. Oh, man! Okay, well... so the Nalfeshni kind of reaches out and grips what looks like nothing, and then tears open space itself, and a single rock flies through.
Okay. Alright.
I gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed by it. He could have done more than that.
It's okay, the rock might be stupid and assume that we're actual statues.
Yeah, I got 1d6 of rocks. There was a 50% chance of succeeding, and I succeeded, but then we got a 1.
Wait,
Okay.
so who's petrified? Me and who else?
Me and you.
Oh, but the 2 players.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go through this round of combat real quick.
Go Dritz!
Let's see here. The Nalfeshni is also going to use the rest of his movement to kind of jump over this way, avoiding you guys and trying to get to this outcropping over here. This rock is supposed to go this way. Let's see.
I did not see this happening, Driddle, at all.
Nope.
Well,
Why couldn't it have been a wisdom saving throw?
let's see here.
Pretty funny though.
Okay, I'm gonna have that Brock roll his own initiative.
Because like if Dritz and Ron can't do it, I think we just die.
Well, you don't know how long you stay in this petrified state, so.
True.
Okay. That's now Feshni's turn. Savos would be up. It is now the Vrock's turn. The Vrock is going to fly forward and attempt some attacks against Vrox because he is a little stupid. Actually, he's not that dumb. Yeah, that's what he's going to do, though. Well, that's 2 attacks. That's a miss. And a pretty good hit with his talent. That's going to be 12 points of slashing damage to Vrock. So the Vrock just kind of leaps forward and goes in with its talons, just kind of carving some little cuts into Vrock, leaving a decent amount of slashing damage. Okay, Druro would be up, then Valencia would be up. NPCs. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Dritz is going to get on this, jump up onto the engine and attack this Vrock. Pull out his swords, miss, hit. Miss. Nice. Dritz runs up, takes 2 swings, completely whiffs, and then takes the third with his blue kind of shimmering sword and just plunges it deep into the Vrock's chest, dealing 13 points of damage. Ront is going to take a couple swings with his great axe. Just kind of comboing with Dritz here. 2 19s in a row. Wow.
Hopefully we got it low enough.
8, 3, 11. He was 15 on the first hit. And 19 on the second, so that's a total of 20, 33. Sweet. Yeah, so Ront just lays into it with 2 massive strikes, taking out big chunks of feathers. The maze engine is up.
Oh.
With the unpetrification right. Do we still count as targets?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, you do. 65. The engine starts like rotating faster and faster. It's just starts spewing multicolored light. Nothing.
Oh.
However, once it does, both Valencia and Driddle, the stone around your skin cracks and falls away.
Oh.
You are no longer petrified.
Thank
just for that
gosh.
Exfoliating.
Oh, great.
So,
Now I have to pick that out of my fur now.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna fetch me actually has a chance to survive.
We'll see about that.
And being petrified definitely drops concentration, right?
Oh yeah. What were you concentrating on?
Telekinesis.
And Moonbeam too.
Yep.
That's that. Okay, now Feshni is going to teleport right here. Kind of the other side of the playing field, and...
Damn it, we can't let that thing go.
Yeah. It's a coward now. It's summoned 1 turkey to attack us.
No, or it's gonna go get more homies.
Once a day. Okay. Alright, that's his turn. Let's see, Thanos would be up. Now the Vrock is up. Vrock, now seeing that you guys have been unpetrified, is going to move away from Dritz, which is going to incur an opportunity attack. Dritz makes a lunging attack as moving away misses, unfortunately, but is going to take 2 attacks against Valencia.
Okay.
That's a natural 6, so I kind of doubt that one hits.
No, I'm at a 19 right now.
Jeez, dude. And the Talons? Ooh. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay. Goes in with the beak. You manage to dodge it pretty well. He's got a big head. But you don't catch his talons coming from underneath, slashing you in the stomach for 12 points of slashing damage.
12 points? Alright.
With that, Driddle, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to take a few steps forward towards the now Feshni.
Okay.
And irritated that I dropped concentration, cast a spell again. I will cast telekinesis and attempt to restrain him. It's within 60 feet.
Yeah, he is just barely within 60, I think. Yep.
Yeah. So he needs to make a strength check.
Strength check or save?
It's a check.
Interesting.
It's a strength check, and he needs to beat...
It's an 8.
Hopefully I get higher. Yes, 18.
Yeah, I was going to say, your DC is way higher.
So he is restrained, and I'm going to pull him 30 feet towards me.
Okay. Right over the lava. Now, as you do that, his wings start flapping wildly to try and keep himself hovering. That's not good for him, though. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
and I believe Dritz handed me a health potion
Mhm.
last time. I will chug that. Was it
Okay.
just a basic one?
Correct, yeah, just a basic one.
So 2d4 plus 4?
Yep.
Okay, so 9. Okay, we're slowly getting back up. And yeah, that'll be my turn. Are these rocks to the right of me? Is there like a gap that I'd have to jump over to get to that other door?
Which ones? There's a little bit of a gap, but I mean, it's like a 5-foot jump. It wouldn't be that hard.
Okay. So if I use the rest of my movement to get over there, I would be off of the maze engine?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. You certainly can.
I'm
Okay.
not keen to being petrified.
That's fair enough. All right. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay, Valencia, you're up with the NPCs on deck.
All right.
And the maze engine goes after them.
Oh gosh, dang
I'll
it.
try to turn it off next time. I didn't think it was gonna be this bad.
Yeah,
My apologies.
she would. Yeah, she's thinking like, turn it off. Yeah. Well, with my action, I'm going to cast Moonbeam again on the Malfeshni. So
Okay.
he'll do a con. Sorry, I'll do it. I'll do this one at 3rd level, so it's a con 14 saving throw.
As you cast that, he uses his held action to cry out, and you guys just hear, "Please spare me!"
No, and
Yeah, no.
I'll cast it.
Fair enough.
I will. Yes, I'll cast 3rd level. So con save, and then he'll either take all of this damage or half of it.
Okay. Worth a shot.
We already spared the knoll. We don't need like the reject squad.
She would have been so confused. Like, what?
Let's see. Con save.
Yes, 14.
He's crying out in common.
Uh,
That means he's desperate.
It's a dirty 20.
Ooh, okay. So he'll take 9 points of radiant damage.
Nice. Okay.
Yes, and then he'll do that again at the start of his turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said 9?
Oh, because I rolled 18, but he rolled a 20, so it's only half.
Oh, no, you're good. How do you want to do this?
Oh,
She
she.
was pretty weakened.
Oh, her hand just kind of flies out, and then the beam just swoops in, and then you just kind of see him just burst a little bit in ichor.
Just kind of pops, splattering black ichor and feathers and chunks of fur everywhere. Not a pretty picture, but he is deceased. Wonderful.
And
Back to the abyss where he belongs.
yay!
And I believe the Vrock is also sent back to the abyss.
Oh wow.
Oh, for the sun. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes, then absolutely terrified after seeing Thavos disappear. She's looking at Jurdo like, turn this off, where's Thavos?
NPCs are up. Ront is going to run over the controls and attempt an Arcana check.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a natural 2. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Do we hit it? Driddle!
I mean, the Arcana check I passed last time, that didn't give me any information, right? That was just to activate it.
Correct, yeah. Let's see.
I mean, you
Dritz
could
is
try
gonna
hitting it,
run
Ron.
over
I don't know.
and try the same thing. Dritz is not arcanically trained, though. It's also not good enough. Dritz is like, I'm scared to touch any controls. I don't want anything bad to happen.
Just get away from it, guys.
Yeah, Dritz might take your advice. Run. Jump. Get right there. Okay. Now it is time for the maze engine to go. See, this is what? Its 3rd round of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I should have gotten off this thing.
Oh, a 3. Oh, that's lame. As Dritz jumps off, arcs of white lightning are just like scattering around the maze engine, connecting with any stone or any lava that is near enough. But nothing seems to be coming from it. Okay. Driddle, you are up.
Yeah.
With Valencia on deck.
Okay. Telekinetically, I will try to shut it off.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
2.
Oh,
2?
But if it's an ability check, I can spend a sorcery point to reroll. If it's a failure.
I suppose you can, sure.
he rolled an 8.
Slightly better. 24.
Slightly better.
Yes.
Yes. You start flipping some switches, and it sounds like the maze engine is starting to increase in speed and rapidity.
Oh, and that sorcery point reroll, that's a Tasha's feature. That I can use that, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Juno, can you roll me a d4?
Yeah.
And then divide it by 2.
Roll.
Divided by 2, so 2.
You got a 2?
I got a 4.
Oh, you got a 4 divided by 2. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, you start flipping levers and stuff, and the maze engine has some momentum still, and you can hear it start to power down, but it's still rotating and twisting. And there's another bright white flash of light, and Valencia is gone.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I just killed her.
Oh no.
But Ront is good?
Ront is there, Dritz is there. I'm gonna roll for one more effect.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry.
This is so funny.
Oh, wait a second.
I'm the last person that should be allowed to be here.
Ront also vanishes.
This is amazing.
And at that point, the machine slows and stops. You have deactivated the maze engine.
I'm gonna go into the fetal position and just start rocking on the floor.
Oh, this is the greatest thing ever.
You hear Ront's voice, and you hear Ront's voice. He said, "Where'd she go?" And you hear footsteps, but you don't see him.
Oh. Ront's ghost, I have no idea. It's like I can still hear him, Dritz.
I'm not dead.
Oh, he's not dead?
Wait, am I here?
You
I'll
are
try.
not.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Ront's invisible, though.
Oh, okay.
In fact, he's gonna run over. He's gonna come over to you, Driddle, which you just hear footsteps, and he's gonna grab you by the collar and just kind of shake you around, which technically counts as an attack, so that drops his invisibility, and growls in your face, "Bring him back, both of them!"
Okay, I'll cast Sending and try to contact Valencia.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, go ahead and say what you're gonna say, and then we'll time jump.
I'll be like, as I'm still being shaken by Ront, Valencia, where are you? Ront is very worried.
All right, Thavos, you're back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. So, you have spent the last about, I'm gonna say 5 days, just moving at almost a dead sprint towards the Tower of Araj, but also Gauntlgrim by extension. It's coming to the point where you're getting close to facing the Dark Lake, and at this point, I think Eldith would offer you, if you need. I don't know where you're going, but I don't really know what you're all about. But if you need, I've got people in a place to stay in Gauntlgrim if you need it.
Thavos is wearing Vale's mask, and he's never taken it off.
I assume you've also been stoically silent during this whole journey.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll turn at her and go, "No, this is my place. I'll take you as far as I can, but after that, you're on your own."
She kind of nods and goes back to her business. Another few days passes, and it's a little bit torturous. You don't know what's going on. You know where you are. You know when you are, but it's difficult. Go ahead and make me a survival check real quick.
1 second. It's fighting me.
You're good. I guess you're on the Dark Lake at this point.
A 19. I have a
Very
plus
nice.
0 to survival.
Oh, good roll. You know these tunnels well. You recognize them. You remember them. You have a very good memory. While your sense of direction might not be the best or as good as Taran's, your memory is what is serving you in this situation. You remember where some fungal deposits are so that you guys can get food. You know shortcuts and paths to take. You know the correct direction to travel. I don't know if you have a compass on you, hopefully, or you can figure out a way to make one, but you know the vague direction of where you need to go. It comes to the point where you cross the Dark Lake and you feel yourself getting close to the Tower of Vengeance. Let me pull my map here.
I have create food and water as a spell, so
Okay.
I'll cast that.
Yeah, where you're not really using any other spell slots, that makes sense. I think at this point, from where you are at right now, you know that you are kind of passing into a triangle where the 3 points are Mantle Dareth, Blendingstone, and Mental Brand. You're going to cross the Dark Lake about 5 or 6 miles northeast of Mantle Dareth, but then you'll be passing directly between those 2 other cities, which will then get you straight to Araj in about 4 more days at the speed you're going.
And at what point would keeping towards Araj start taking me away from Gontal Rim? Or is it all the way to Araj is on the path?
Once you get to the other side of the Dark Lake, once you get to about that 5 or 6 miles away from Mental Dareth, that's probably where you drop Eldith off.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we'll do that. After a few more days, you find yourself starting to approach more terrain that's less submerged, and exiting the Dark Lake and getting closer to Mantle Dareth. As you do, though, again, the speed that you're moving at, I need you to make are you trying to hide from any Underdark creatures or not?
Honestly, I don't think so. I'm pretty confident in my ability to, if not handle anything, at least hurt it enough that it doesn't want to mess with me.
Okay. You exit the Dark Lake and immediately you enter this giant open cavern. It's easily probably 2 miles long, close to 300 or 400 feet wide. You can't see the other side, you can't see the ceiling, but you can hear and you can smell something at the bottom of this cavern.
What does it smell like?
It smells like death. It smells like blood, and it doesn't smell good. And it sounds like a wild animal just ripping into its prey. The only path that you can see is along kind of a top ledge. You're about 100 feet off of the base of this cavern, and there's about a 4 foot wide ledge that leads around the top. That's the only path from where you are right now that you can see.
Okay. I'm gonna stop Skiotor because he technically hovers. I'm not worried about the path, like the ledge. I think he can handle it just fine. Yeah. And I'm gonna turn to Eldith and like, stay here. And then I'm going to crawl my way across so I can see over the edge, because with the robe of eyes, I have 120 feet of dark vision.
That's right. Okay.
So I'm gonna see what I see at the bottom.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
19.
19. I need to pull up another battle map for this.
What is he gonna fight?
With a 19, looking down at this cavern, you can see, and again, it's been probably about 2.5 weeks since you were teleported back to the Drow prison. You can see what looks like a field of piercers. They're Underdark creatures that disguise themselves as stalactites, or stalagmites, rather. But it looks like 3 or 4 of them have been torn to the ground and ripped to shreds. And seated and feasting right in the middle of all of them is a 20-foot tall gnoll, covered in chainmail armor and wielding a 3-headed flail. I need you to make a wisdom save.
No.
If you guys recall, Eldith contracted her madness from witnessing Yanagu.
27.
27. Looking at him, you're not even phased. You're like, yep, this was bound to happen.
That's what I get for taking her with me.
That is a little true. Now, you do see something that kind of throws a wrench in your plans here. Oh no, they're ropers. That's piercers, though, baby ones. Hold on, let me find a roper.
This is wild. No.
Now I gotta figure out, how do I get out of this without causing a paradox? Because even if I wanted to, I couldn't kill him. Even if I was capable, because we kill him later.
I mean, you could change all that.
Oh no.
I don't think I could. As confident as I am, I don't think I can stand one-on-one to Yanagu.
You don't think you could 1v1 Yanagu?
I mean, probably not, no.
I'm gonna go with a nah.
Unweakened Yanagu just standing toe-to-toe seems like
a bad idea.
A little much.
I didn't realize he was wearing chain armor.
It's like he's got chains strewn across his body, kind of holding large plates of metal in place. It's very chaotic and secondhand, if you will.
It's like Mad Max.
Oh yeah, very Mad Max. I think out of all the Demon Lords, he's the most Mad Max-ish. What did I say? 4 ropers that he's eating or has eaten?
Yeah. How far is the labyrinth from here?
Pretty far.
Ah.
You're up on the north end of the Dark Lake. Labyrinth is on the southwest side.
Oh, okay. So no, not even close.
Oh yeah, no.
Eldith contracting her madness is what taught us how to cure it, though, too.
It's true. And I will say that as you are watching Inaghu feast on these creatures, you hear a little bit of scuffling behind you as Eldith does not do what she was told and moves forward to get a view of what's going on. Let's make a wisdom save for her. Natural 11. Wonderful, as it was written.
Preserve the timeline.
Exactly. She sees Inaghu and just kind of freezes up and goes full, she goes into shock essentially. She starts to hyperventilate a little bit. Okay, can you see what we're looking at right here?
Yeah, that guy's scary token back again.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
What you don't expect is that there's a very bright white flash of light down here at the southern end of this cavern. And a familiar shape appears.
Uh-oh.
No.
Feline form of a tabaxi paladin appears at the base of this cavern.
No.
Valencia, you see, right in front of you, about 60 feet, Inaghu feasting on the forms of 4 ropers. We're going to hold on to that same initiative, and I'm going to give Inaghu the Nalfeshni's initiative. However, Thavos, I lost yours again for some reason. Go ahead and make me a roll initiative for me.
I better grab some popcorn.
Oh yeah.
8.
Now, I would like to remind you 2 paladins, you are allowed to run.
You don't.
Okay.
I don't need that reminder. We're good.
So again, this bright white flash of light, Valencia, you blink and you're in a completely different cavern, and you see Inaghu, the demon lord that you yourself struck down, turn around and see you and just kind of grin.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's right. I don't see. Thavos is higher up, right? I don't see him at all.
Correct. I don't think you would even think to look for him.
It's literally just me and this big guy.
Inaghu, and 4 dead ropers. Yep.
Hey, you can get the message through though. I'm about to die.
Oh yeah, do I get Driddle's message?
You will in about 6 months.
Oh! Okay, then I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna bolt the other. I'm gonna feline dash and action dash and try to hide in the nearest place that I can get to get out of his way.
I hate to tell you this.
No.
The southern end of the cavern just kind of cuts off. There is no exit on the ground floor where you are. There are some stalagmites over here you can hide behind. You can try and climb up the walls. I guess you do have a climbing speed.
Yeah, we're using every movement that I have to start climbing up.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Okay.
It is very dark in this cavern as well. There's
For
no
sure.
natural light, except for a little bit of glowing mushroom.
Oh no. An 11?
I'll say even with an 11, you can see there's a ledge up here.
Okay.
You can't see anyone on the ledge, but you can see there's a ledge here about 90 to 100 feet up. So.
Yeah, immediately she's gonna go, damn maze engine, and she's gonna try to run and climb as quick as she can.
Okay.
Ignore the green circle, my bad.
You're fine, I can believe that.
Yeah. So, the feline 60, and then an action dash, that brings me to 120, right?
So you can easily clamber up onto the surface of this platform. With an 11, I'm going to say you're so preoccupied, you don't even see Thavos, Eldith, and Thavos' Steve.
Okay. And, yeah, she is rightly frazzled and is going to start to try and bolt out the cavern.
If you're running that way, you do see them. And
Okay.
you see Eldith, I don't think you would recognize. It's this dwarvish woman with red braids, who's all banged up, dressed in what looks like slave clothing, a very strange spectral horse, and what looks like an elf man, who probably you'd recognize his armor, but you wouldn't recognize his face because he has Vale's mask on.
Got it. Yeah, I think I've only seen Eladith once. Long time ago.
You met Eldith once, and Skjotr, my mount, is actually an elk.
Oh, an elk. I'm sorry. Here, let me fix that.
He is he's only come up twice, just because me summoning a steed in a party full of 10 people, not super useful.
No, it's right.
Alone, great. But he's an elk, but he's sort of He's black and he has feathers.
Okay.
I don't have an elk token, so we're gonna have to use a horse for now.
Nay.
Wah, wah.
I know. I have a skeleton horse. We could use that.
That's the most wah-wah thing we can think of right now.
What can I say? I have good priorities.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so that's what you see. That's what happens. Speaking is a free action if you want to, but it will be Eldith's turn next.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Let's go.
Okay.
And she's gonna start to try and pull Eldith and the man on the horse, kind of trying to direct them, like, move it.
Yeah, you run up. Eldith, let's see how long her start position is. Eldith doesn't move. She has her eyes locked onto Yanagu and is just frozen up.
Can I, kind of seeing, like, remembering that, can I just pick her up with my bonus action?
I think that you have gotten as far as you can, so not quite, but maybe on your next turn.
Okay, got it.
Okay, that's her turn. Yanagu is up with Thabos on deck. Yanagu's seeing you scrambling up, so make a perception check to see what else is up there. Let's see how perceptive is he. Oh wow, 26. Okay. Yeah, looks up, immediately clocks both Thabos and Eldith, and with terrifying speed, he's gonna action dash. I don't think he has any bonus action. Oh, he might. Shoot. I could make this really interesting, guys.
Oh no.
How interesting should I make this, guys?
I don't like how happy he is, but
As possible.
yeah, I don't like how happy he is, but I'm kind of about it, so go for it.
Okay.
Please God, maybe the last one standing at the end of the session. That's all I beg of you. Do you guys have any magic items to like get you out of this?
No, I don't think that he would waste that yet. But he does have 100-foot moving speed, so he bolts forward and just starts scrambling up this wall. He doesn't have a climb speed, so it's going to take him a little bit longer to get up. He's almost to the surface, and Thabos, you are right in front with these giant claws just scraping and scratching and ripping out rock as he just has this wide grin on his face, blood dripping from his mouth, and is just scrambling up as fast as he can. All right, Thabos, your turn.
He's faster than Skiotor is. The only thing, because the steed has a speed of 50, except it can run across unstable surfaces like water or lava or something like that. I think that's the only thing we got.
So I think you're matched because he's only got 50. So.
Oh, okay, so we're the same speed.
Yeah, his 100 it was movement and action.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to grab Eldith and just throw her at the horse.
Okay.
Or the elk.
Yeah, she can. I think she can take like movements and bonus actions, but yeah, she just kind of doesn't completely snap out of it, but like kind of scrambles up into the saddle and kind of like gets herself set. You swing up. Does Skiotor have a capacity?
Let me
That's
check what
noted.
his speed is,
Let me check.
or his strength.
Because he's got the stats of a.
He has the stats of a giant elk.
Okay.
His strength is 16.
Okay. I've got his strength as 19.
Oh, I think he has the stats of a giant elk.
I mean, giant elk says 19. He can speak giant elk.
Maybe he's not a giant elk. Let me check. Your steed serves as a mount.
Draft horse has 18 strength.
Okay. The steed takes on a form you can choose: a war horse, a pony, a camel, an elk, or a mastiff. So I think he's just a regular elk?
I think that he's going to be encumbered with 3 people on his back.
What does a... No, I already chose him to be an elk, so I guess it doesn't matter. But does a war horse have a higher speed?
I don't think so. I think 50 is pretty good.
No, I
Or
think
a higher strength?
no, I think Warhorse has less than 50 feet. I play a druid, so I turn into one a lot.
18 strength, but 60-foot speed. I'll let you change it.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, it would make more sense. Yeah, take the warhorse. So I'll let him. He's going to struggle, and I don't think he's going to be able to move as fast as long. But for now, I will give him the stats of the warhorse and 33.
Okay. Because he's wearing the horseshoes of the Zephyr or whatever they are.
Right. And I think that would help with the strength problem a little bit. So, okay. Cool. So yeah, you can get Eldith to the horse, and she can get on, you can get on, but you're still waiting on Valencia, so.
Okay. Well, in that case, I don't think I have anything that can slow down Yanagu. Even if I'd succeed, I don't think I have any options.
That's fair enough. Okay, well, anything else on your turn?
Oh, actually I do. I will charge a Thunderous Smite into Dawnbringer with my bonus action.
Okay.
And then I doubt he'll fail this saving throw, but I'll charge it. And then can I reach him with my sword if I run to the edge?
Yeah, you can reach one of his paws.
I will hit him with my sword.
Okay, go ahead and make that.
22 to hit.
22 hits. Wow.
So he needs to make a DC 19 strength save.
Now that he will... Oh, he's not proficient. That is a 19. Just succeeds.
Okay, so he takes 2d6 thunder damage.
And he is not knocked back.
Okay, so he takes...
That was going to be 29, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Is your improved Divine Smite on there?
I don't have that yet.
Oh, that's right, because you multiclassed. Okay.
Yep.
So, 29 points of damage is incredible. You take out Dawnbringer with one triumphant hit, you just smack into him, and there's this thunderous boom that just resonates around the chamber.
And I guess I'll hit him again, because I have two attacks. So oh no. 29 to hit.
That hits.
Nuts. For 19 damage.
Okay. Yeah, another strong swing. And you can see these giant gashes and burns that it's leaving in his hide. That's pissing him off, but he's taking it. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I'll take the attack of opportunity if he gets one, and I'll retreat.
Wonderful. At the end of your turn, he's going to use the legendary action to throw himself up onto the ledge right here.
Well, I guess I didn't retreat far enough.
Oh, no.
Nope. Okay.
I'm so scared and I'm not even there.
That's his legendary action. Valencia, you're up with Eldith on deck.
Row. Okay, so from where he is right there, how far is he from the edge, would you say? Kind of.
His back foot is on the edge.
Got it.
Yeah.
110.
Okay. Then I don't feel as bad, but still kinda. 20 feet. So Elodith is already towards the horse, right?
Yeah, she would have been moved to the horse. She's on the horse.
Okay, so I will run up one, and I'm going to finally actually be able to cast this spell at 3rd level. I'm going to use Starburst, actually.
I don't know what this is.
So, this one... So, I'm pretty sure he's gonna pass the Con 14 thing, but basically, like, her body turns into just light and just flashes, and if he doesn't... He's gonna take half damage on a successful save, but if he doesn't save, he's gonna be blinded and is pushed 15 feet away from me.
It's a 34.
That's what I figured. But he'll take half of that, so 8 points.
At 3rd level, you want to throw another one?
Oh, yes.
You did 3d12, but you upcasted it once, so it's...
Oh, okay.
4d12, yeah.
It's a 1. So 17.
Thanos, I need you to make that con save as well.
Right.
Yes. That was 20.
14 or 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, so you are pushed. So you take that full 17 and you are pushed up against this rock wall. You're also blinded.
My bad, dog.
I think the row of eyes actually makes blinded even worse too.
I think so. Let me double check.
Actually, hang on, because I do have the Paladin aura, so he'll get a +2 to that, actually.
Oh, that's true, which gets to 14, which passes.
Yes.
Well, I already applied my paladin aura. Are we stacking them?
Okay.
Because mine is a +5. From the aura.
Oh.
Let's see, the Robe of Eyes.
It's only for the light or daylight spell, it says. That you get like another penalty.
Okay.
Interesting. So, I'm gonna say you're still blinded, and you can't use the robe, but that's only gonna last, what, till your next turn, right, Valencia?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So, you're temporarily blinded by that flash of light. Anything else, Valencia?
Bonus action. I'll take a swing at Inagu with my Scimitar of Speed. Oh, you motherfucker. It's a 12.
12?
Yeah, that's
not gonna hit.
that's
Yeah.
definitely not gonna hit.
You take a swing and it just bounces off of this thick, muscly hide. Okay.
Yeah, and I think I'll just use my last 5 feet of movement to move like here within range still to try and get in between me and them.
Okay. Well, it is now Eldith's turn. She's gonna try something real stupid here. she's going to run forward and attempt to throw her entire chunky dwarvish body weight against Yanaku.
What?
Oh, no!
She does so because she sees that back foot is slipping and making the edge of the what do I call it? Ledge start to crumble.
Ooh, nice.
So we needed Eldith.
Are we football tackling here?
She's not football tackling. I guess kind of. Yeah, she's going in for just a major shoulder check, jumping and just landing against his chest. And it hits him just back far enough that he slips and begins to tumble down into the chasm below.
Yes!
And he takes some non-magical bludgeoning damage.
Let's go, Eladith!
Oh, never mind, he's immune.
What?
Yeah, so he topples down backwards, falling down this chasm another 100 feet, lands flat on his back, and he is pissed.
Is he prone?
He is, technically.
Consolation prize!
Alright, that's her turn. She's going to move back and get back on the horse. Actually, she's going to move over here, grab Thavos, or as she knows him, Blackmane, and pull him back up onto the horse in his blinded condition. It is now Inaku's turn. Again, uses his full movement to try and get up as far as possible, but just can't quite make it to the top with that. He's got a legendary action after this, though. Thavos, you're up with Blanchett on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna get on the steed and cast protection from good and evil on myself, which
Okay.
also affects the steed.
Okay. Wonderful. And I assume, do you want to just start your movement and get going?
Yeah, I think Valentia should be able to catch up.
Yeah, you begin
Yeah.
galloping off into the distance and as far as you can away from this demon lord. Valencia, your turn is up next, so I'm going to assume that you just take your full movement as fast as you can to get up to the steed hopping on top, and you guys ride off into a very tight tunnel where Yanaku, again, cannot fit,
Ooh!
which is now the second time that you have used that way to escape. You guys travel about 4 hours until you feel that you've gained a comfortable enough distance from your encounter with Yanaku. Elvis still looks very shaken, but she says, I think this is as far as I can go. I need to break off and head towards Mount Underdark.
How far is Gauntlgrim from here? Wait, where even am I?
We just came off the Dark Lake. We're about a day's travel away from Mount Underdark. It's south. Gauntlgrim's due west of here.
I know this is going to sound strange, but wait, I wouldn't even know if I traveled back in time, huh? I just
You
appeared
wouldn't, no.
nowhere. Like,
You know that you're now with Thanos. So.
did he announce himself as Thavos?
No, he is not.
Okay.
No, well, I'm wearing Thebos' armor and I'm
This is
wearing Vale's
Yeah.
mask.
Okay, I was
He's
like,
got some stuff giving him away.
okay, so very confused, but then I kind of clock the armor, and then sadly Vale's mask, and I'll look at him a little confused, but I won't say anything in front of Eladith, and I'll okay, well, I think I just need to get to Gauntlgrim. My friends are waiting for me.
All right, I can take you there. If you want to go with Blackmane here, we can. But I think he's headed towards. Where did you say you were going again? Or did you at all? I don't.
It's not important.
He hasn't said much, so I mean, you can stick with him if you want, or I'm gonna go this way.
Okay, well, I think my friends were somewhere here. Still, I can't go back to Gauntlgrim without them. If you'll have me, what was it, Blackmane? I'll head with you, if you don't mind.
If we're headed in the same direction, I have no qualms to company.
Eldith kind of nods and says, "All right, great reunion. I'm gonna get going though."
I'll
She
turn
starts
to
running
Eldith.
off.
Run far, run fast, don't stop.
Gives you a thumbs up on her way out. Okay, and you guys begin. I guess now that she's gone, you can talk more, but that's up to you guys.
Okay. Thavos, what the hell is going on? Where are we?
I don't know exactly what's going on, but I awoke in what's Velkenveen, the Drow prison. Velkenvelv, there it is. The Drow prison Ront, Drist, and I, and Taran. There we go. That's everybody.
And some others that are not part of the adventure anymore.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
We're all
it transported
locked up.
you where you were, like the location?
The location and the time, it seemed. We were actively escaping the prison while I was there. I looked myself in the eye.
Must have been a horrifying sight. Wait, so we're in the past?
Or something like it. I don't know. It's
To refresh you, Thebos, about 7 months.
yeah, it's as far as I can tell, we are either 7 months in the past or in a very, very good recreation of 7 months in the past. I don't know, and honestly, I'm not sure it matters.
Thavos, we left to driddle rot everyone by themselves in that cave.
And if we actually went back into the past, so long as we get to that cave at the time we left it, it'll all be fine.
So you mean we have 7 months of you and I trying to wait until we get back into that exact moment and disappear?
Maybe? I don't
Oh,
know.
Oh, Cat Lord, save me. Alright, well, where do we go from here?
I figured I'm going on the assumption that we went back. I don't know how time works. I go through it in one direction. Going backwards, I don't know how that works. I've been trying to avoid changing things as much as I can. But this is also an opportunity. We know my plan before you showed up, and granted it may change now, there's 2 of us. I was gonna go to Araj and talk to Vizerin. See if we could get him started on the thing that we know he was always going to do, just a little bit sooner. Maybe he'll get a little farther, and we won't be stuck not knowing anything about Yunagu, or about Demogorgon. Maybe we can just tip the scales just enough that when we get back to where we're supposed to be, we're better off for it.
Well, Thavos, we can save Vale, can't we?
Maybe.
And we can do so. I know it's probably not the best thing to interfere as much, but even if it's causing a distraction where it gives you and Vale time to run a little farther and Nagu not be able to catch up.
We could, but Yunagu isn't the only reason Vale died. She was marked by the goddess who owns our souls. It's not a small thing. We can, but then, Valentia, what do I do afterwards? What am I supposed to do then?
Well, you protect her, Thavos. That's all you can do. But she doesn't have to die. If she has to die, fine. Fate is what it is, but she doesn't have to die where she died. And you don't have to see that.
Oh, we're gonna leave that conversation right there.
Yeah.
Driddle, you, sir, back at the maze engine, you cast Identify on this thing. As soon as you do, make me an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah. 8.
Oh, good. You start analyzing these controls and stuff, and you flip a couple switches, and you cast Identify on it itself. You are immediately thrust through a vision of what seems to be falling, like very Doctor Strange. You're falling through different planes of existence, witnessing things that you're never supposed to witness to begin with. You see aberrations, you see elementals, you flash through the hells. This maze engine was created in the plane of Mechanus to align all of the planes of existence, to destroy chaos and bring order to existence in general. And I will say, among all the horrifying things that you see, you also see a lot of just miraculous things. You flash through Mount Celestia. Some of the locations in the plane of air that you see are just incredible. However, sir, take 39 points of psychic damage.
I'm resistant to that.
Oh, good. So bump that down to, what, 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, so take 18 points of psychic damage as you, step away from the machine. But now you entirely understand how to control it. You're in charge of the maze engine. Let's see.
I don't know what I'm more scared of, Inagu or that.
That's a good point.
38 feet drill with the maze engine.
Right.
Ooh.
But in addition to that, you also recognize what different effects in the maze engine look like. Bright white flashes of light when your companion is disappearing, that's time travel, homie. But you now have full capability and you understand how the maze engine works. I will allow two things to happen. You can either control the maze engine to shunt yourself back in time, or you can activate the maze engine fully without any mishaps, and the maze engine is in complete working order.
If I were to shunt myself back in time, do I know where I would appear?
The connection that the maze engine has to each of the people that it is near is very strange and unique. You feel that it would be with people that you care about. As far as location and time itself, you're not sure.
Well, if I know I sent them back in the past, you know what? I'm gonna roll for this too.
Okay.
Well, I'll turn to everyone else who is still there, and
Which at this point would be Dritz, Bront, Taran, and Brand.
ooh, yeah, and I didn't catch it. If I use it to shut myself back in time, is it just myself, or?
It's just you. But I will tell you that you now understand how the maze engine works. So if you can get the people in the past back to the maze engine or figure out another way to get them back to the present, it's an option.
Yeah, and I didn't hear a response from Valencia.
True.
I have no idea what I want to do. Do you guys want to stay in the past? Would it be scummy for me to pull you back?
You do whatever you're gonna do. I
Yeah.
have plans, but you can make whatever you want happen.
Davos has had a week to dwell on this. He knows what he's doing.
I've come up with all sorts of stuff.
That's
but
true,
if you
and I
pull us
can-
back, you can pull us back. You are the steering wheel here, homie.
And I can probably think of a few things that I would do if I went back to the past.
I would say Driddle definitely could because, how long were you in prison? That's a good question.
A while. I was thinking if I was given the detail of, fighting for the fate of the world for a reduced sentence, probably a while. I probably stole some pretty worthwhile stuff from the, was it the Lord's Alliance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So probably a couple years at most.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll turn to everyone else and be like, well, this machine is a hell of a thing. It shot our friends back in time, and I think I'm gonna go help them out. And I'll give Dritz one more handshake.
Okay.
Be like, thanks for believing me. And take good care of everybody.
More confused than anything, but yeah, they just kind of and they try to run to stop you as you flip the levers, and there's another bright white flash of light, and you are gone. Now, back to Valencia and Thavos. Did you guys want to continue that conversation or move on from it?
That depends how vehemently is Valencia gonna pursue this?
I think if you're showing kind of reluctance and nervousness, because you have talked to me about Vale before, and I've seen how you get, she'll drop it if you just kind of start to look that way again, and just kind of say, you know what, it's been a lot. I don't know how long you've been here. We can talk about this another time. Let's just head to where you were going. I think it's a great plan.
So,
Yeah, Thavos seems conflicted. He's not sure.
but you guys have a few months to decide. So, you guys begin rocketing towards Araj again at full speed now that you only have two people on the horse. Sorry, elk. Like I said, it'll take you about 4 days to get to the Tower of Vengeance. And day 2, you cruise through or between Blintingstone and Menzoberranzan, and after those 4 days, if you don't want anything to happen, that's okay. But if you do, now's the time.
I'm gonna read Valencia in on my plan. Like, okay, what I was gonna do, just because I don't know, I'm willing to change the timeline, because in the present, every decision you make changes future. It's changing the past isn't any different than just choosing to do something. But life and death have consequences. So, I'm trying very hard not to kill anyone who was alive or save anyone who has died. And maybe that's wrong of me, but I know death intimately, and there are lots and lots of gods and lots of things more powerful than gods that watch over death.
She looks uncomfortable at that, but says, I'm torn, but I understand.
I'd save her if I could, but I don't. Even if I went there, I don't think it would help. I think it would hurt.
Like, okay, well, I mean, like I said, let's focus on just trying to set things up for our friends as best as we can, and just hope we're in the right place, and at least we know the time where we should start heading over to this cavern.
So my plan, go to Araj, talk to Vizerin, just get him to do what he was always gonna do a little bit sooner. Point him to Graven Hollow just a few weeks before. Give him the time to do the research he didn't get a chance to do. Because you and I know he has an end date. There is only so much he can do before I kill him.
That's a sentence.
Right.
He can't do any more harm in that time frame. I hope. He is a wizard. I hate wizards.
He'll be suspicious if... I mean, you can always hide behind your mask, but he'll recognize me the moment we walk back to this tower. I suppose, where we are now, when I join your group, he'll recognize me.
That is a complication. I was going on the fact that I can throw on a mask, I can change armor. Yes, I have disguises I can do. And I've changed enough from the beginning to the end that I doubt anyone would recognize me. You, however, is going to look her up and down, are rather furry.
I take care of this coat, Thavos. I don't appreciate that connotation. But you're right, I am noticeable. Graven Hollow seems like a great place as well to get more information.
Before you arrived, I'm just one man. There's no... I couldn't think of any way that I could truly change the balance of power against any of the Demon Lords. But Graven Hollow, 7 months in a time-spanning, plane-spanning, sentient library, that's worthwhile.
Yes, then if we can find some way to hide me, or if anything, I can be left at Graven Hollow and I can do the research while you speak to Vizerin, maybe that is something. And it wouldn't hurt to maybe start sending hints to Battlehammer, maybe even the Harpers and other factions.
Get them prepared sooner.
Yes.
That is why I stopped with Eldith. Because as far as I'm aware, she makes it to Gauntlegrim one way or another. But Skilter is much faster than her tiny dwarven legs. I'm hoping that she gets there, and she saw Yanagu, and yes, he did damage, but he didn't render her insensate. So she can get there, and she can speak to Battlehammer and get the ball rolling faster.
And meanwhile, we can come in with... just try and find as much information as we can now with time, and we at least know where Grotz will be.
That is true.
Shoot, that's true. I didn't think of that.
And
We do know where he will be.
And we can even start, I mean, if we give them the date of when that damn simulacrum took the eye from us, we can tell them far in advance to even be ready for that and have their defenses up in case he tries to infiltrate.
Yeah?
Maybe even be there, if we can.
If we can.
Is the plan to go to Graven Hollow, drop Lola off, and then just Thavos head to the Tower of Vengeance? Or does Thavos want to go to the Tower of Vengeance now, keep Valencia hidden, and then find a way to do it?
The thing is, time is our limiting factor now.
Yeah.
Which one is faster?
I mean, faster is obviously going to be Araj. Graven Hollow is going to... Graven Hollow is strange, because it can really only be found if it wants to be found. It's a living organism.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that when you got to it, it was just northeast of Gauntlegrim, so probably close to about 3 weeks from where you are now.
Did we have a device that showed us the way, or what was it?
I think you had a guide.
Oh yeah,
we had a ring.
Oh, you had a ring. That's right. Yes, you did.
Yes.
Have a ring.
We got it from Mazrim Dulak in
In Mantradareth.
Mantradareth. But if if Valencia and I take Mazrin's ring, then the rest of the party can't get it when they go by to get it.
Yes.
The only real question I have is, what's with the Fraz stone right now? Are there just 2 of them?
That's a good question. Yeah, so Araj is, like I said, only about 4 days, but Graven Hall is going to be about 3 weeks from where you are right now.
I think we go to Araj, I talk with him, point him in the direction of Graven Hollow. Somehow, like, I was digging through things, I found this research, his research, but he doesn't need to know that, about this thing called the Dark Heart that could help and get him started. You know, create a paradox because I'm inspiring him with his own work, but that's fine. And then get him going in that direction. Because he's much smarter than I am. He can do the work, he can figure it out. Thavos is dumb. He can facilitate, but he's not a wizard.
Are you saying this in character? Because she will respond, "You admitted it." Oh my gosh.
No, I am not going to admit it. Thavos has no flaws. What are you talking about?
Oh boy.
Outstanding.
So, you guys head off to Araj. Again, it takes about 4 days. But you know the path. You know which way you need to go, and you get to the Tower of Vengeance. Yeah, I think at this point, Valencia, you find a place to hide. Thavos, you approach the door.
I remember the passcodes to everything, right? Because we discovered those when we attacked him, and we attacked the tower. I don't think I have them written down just because it all happened really quick. I should have.
Just ask Cleve to tell you. You still have his collar.
Holy crap, you do.
Oh.
But at this time point, technically there are 2 command stones
Just
that
like
exist for one.
Ooh, just like there's 2 Thavoses, there's 2 command stones. Dang, okay.
One is in my possession, and one's in Vizarin's.
I'm never doing time travel.
This is great.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to break it down even weirder, technically, actually, I don't know that Thavos would think about this. Are there also 2 Fraz Urblus locked in 2 stones?
Oh,
Did
because
Fraz
Valencia has
also
the
travel
stone.
back in time, or did the stone get left behind?
Fraz just tripping right now.
No, I think we left the green stone at the tower.
Did we leave
That's right,
Fraz Urblus
yeah.
back at the tower?
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
I had casted instant summons on it.
Yes. Like, I gave it to you guys because I was afraid they were going to make me do something with it. And we left it at the tower as we left. And Driddle did his command thingy to make sure, like, we could get it whenever we needed it.
Right. Okay.
That'd be fun to call.
Oh, here we go. As you guys approach the tower, you do see someone outside. It's a younger drow man, which you might recognize as Grin Ostel, who was Vizarin's apprentice / servant. He doesn't seem to see you guys, and he seems to just be, we'll say, fetching something, and is coming back into the tower. He's walking up the stairs, approaching the door.
I'll pull up my hood and start to hide behind one of these stalagmites or something and just kind of let him be the only one seen.
I got you.
I'm trying to remember what all command words for defenses of the tower we learned and which ones we just dispelled because we never figured it out.
I don't remember a thing about it. The only thing I remember is that there were animated armors, but we didn't have to fight them because you just killed Vizarin in one round. So watch out for those.
I know we knew the command word for his tunnel. We figured that out.
Oh
And
yeah.
I thought we had the one for his elevator and the front door.
Here's an idea, though. What if you just talk to him like
Yeah,
a nice person?
That was the
Yeah,
plan. I'm not gonna,
he
like,
wasn't very
attack
nice
him
to
or
interact
anything.
with.
Okay, no, but I
But-
mean, like, you made it sound like you were breaking in. I was like, what if you just knock on the door?
I am planning to break
Okay.
in at least a little bit, just
Oh my
because no matter what happens, he is a level 20 wizard, and I am at his tower. I want to at least
You wanna
present
yeah.
a strong face. Of
you
like,
you
hey,
wanna do a little
I know
B&E?
things.
Got it.
Yeah, like I know things. I know these words to your tower, but who knows? I don't know more.
That's true.
Respect me.
That
I see.
I've seen the spellbook, dude. You don't want to see what he's got up his sleeve.
I'm so
I don't
dead.
think
Oh,
he has any. I don't think he has any wards on the door. He has alarms and magic mouths. I don't think he has.
Thavos,
Oh, he
you
does
have
have
the
one.
notebook, huh? You have the master notebook?
Do you have Gronk's notes? Or are they in the bag of holding somewhere?
I believe we read it together, but I don't know if he kept it.
I think
Oh.
you have them. Driddle.
Yeah, I believe
I think
I'm
Driddle
holding on
has
to.
almost all of that just because
Yeah.
he's the
Mhm.
wizard.
I'm holding all the spell books and the Gromp's notes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know about the demonology book though.
I think that was in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I believe so. Okay. I can't find the command word, but I will tell you that I don't think that there are any. There's not like a command word for the guard on the front door. I think it's just welcome creatures or non-welcome creatures. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're triggered by the alarm spell. So
Okay, well, if there's no... I'll just knock then if there's no way I know that I can open the door without getting armored to death.
but I mean, like I said, Grin Austell is right there at the top of the stairs, approaching the door.
Okay, I'll walk up to Grin because I'm not that sneaky. I'm not going to be able to sneak in behind him.
I'm also going to say, just for sake of things here, you probably switched armor to your old armor that you did not wear after the Shadowfell.
Right, yeah,
That makes sense.
I'll take all the precautions I can think
Yeah.
of. Like, okay, what was I wearing when I came here the first time? Let's make sure none of it's the same.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you approach, and Grin hears you approaching and turns around and just kind of gives you a strange look and says, "You're not supposed to be here."
I go where I'm bidden. I come to see your master.
Do you have a name?
I'm trying to remember if I introduced myself to Vizerin as Blackmane the first time.
I don't even know if you knew yourself as Blackmane yet.
I don't think so. But I'll be like, my name is Blackmane.
Alright. Stay out here, I'll call the master down.
Fine.
He enters the tower. After a moment or two, the door opens again, and you see Vizerin and his shrivelly old self open the door, kind of peer at you, and say, "What are you doing here at my home? What business do you have with me? Don't take any steps closer, I have precautions."
I am aware of your precautions, Vizerin Devere. I come because I bring tidings. You are a wizard of great renown, and I need your assistance. And I have things that you get nowhere else.
He kind of narrows his eyes and says, "You're not Drow. Who sent you?"
That is for me to know, and you to never find out. But you must decide now if that's worth taking for knowledge.
Fair enough, Blackmane. Leave your weapons at the door, you may enter.
Okay, let's look at my character sheet. How many weapons am I carrying?
One of those things where just
As he drops
daggers,
600
knives,
pounds.
axes, right? Yeah, completely unencumbered now. You disarm yourself, and Vizerin leads you into the tower, not up to the inner sanctum by any means, but more so just into this that kind of entryway foyer almost area at the bottom, which you recognize. I will say, let's see here. As far as,
Yeah, what was
like,
Araj like 7 months ago?
As far as like trophies go, there are no trophies here. Those are all on other levels. So never mind. This all looks fairly similar to how you remember it. There are various fungal specimens, as well as gargoyles and statues placed all the way around the circumference of the tower. But he leads you inside and says, "All right, speak. You have 1 hour."
That will be enough.
Okay.
How closely have you been watching the Master of Sorcerer Gromf Baenre?
I make it an active point to avoid his interaction. Why do you ask?
Because you should have been watching him closer. He has done something incredibly foolish.
Makes sense.
He thought he could bind Demogorgon and the rest of the Lords of the Abyss to his will, and he was wrong.
Interesting. How long ago did this happen?
The timeline here.
Like yesterday.
Right? You don't know.
Make a
Okay.
guess. Sometime in the last 2 months. Probably sooner, though.
So I assume we have a demon problem in Menzoberranzan then, yes?
There was one. Briefly.
You do understand that, as altruistic as I may seem, I have no concern with the dark elves that live there anymore. As I'm sure you're aware, given your mysterious countenance.
Oh, I'm very aware. But this does not just involve them. Demons, the greatest of them, the Prince of Beasts, walks the plane. Do you think that you are important enough that he wouldn't crush you if he came here? That you wouldn't be swept by the tide of chaos?
Make a persuasion check.
Yet.
I say, do you still have the scar?
Yeah, I kept the scar.
Yeah, but his face is covered, so you don't have disadvantage.
Oh, nat 20 for a 29.
Wow.
Let's go!
Dude, that's the roll to make.
Grandpa convinced.
Honestly. He dwells on that for a second. He says, "You raise a valid point. I think that despite my brethren's idiotic maneuvers, it is something that I could certainly fix." And then you almost see a light bulb go off in his head. And he says, "Do you know any of the current whereabouts of the Demon Lords?"
Currently? As of 4 days ago, Yanagu was feasting in a cavern due south, and Demogorgon is probably somewhere close to Menzoberranzan. Let's see, I'm just making guesses as
I don't
to
think
what
that's
they
gonna
are
move,
right
though.
now.
Well, let's see. You ran into Zugdemoy probably about now.
Right,
In the
yeah.
Neverlight Grove. Demogorgon's probably on his way to Sloopladop.
He's probably in the dark
You
lane
know where
somewhere.
Fraz is, like exactly, I think.
I would, but I don't think I'm going to tell him about where Fraz is,
Yeah,
because he's
true.
locked in a gem, and I don't want him.
That's
Nah.
valuable information, yeah.
The more power we give him, it's a gamble. The more we give him, the more we get later, but the more we give him, the better chance that he is much more prepared later, and we
Mhm.
can't do anything about it.
Yeah, imagine
We
if
give
you
him too
never got a
much.
hold of Fraz and freaking Vizerin had him the whole time.
Oh yeah, that would be bad.
That would suck. I think other than that, let's see, you got Baphomet, who's probably in the labyrinth.
Orcus
Druid
is somewhere in a cave
Orcus, that's true.
with an elder brain.
I don't know
Um,
when he got there, though.
That's true. Yeah, so Vizerin just asks, are you aware of any current whereabouts of the Demon Lords?
Rotz is probably still in Graven Hollow,
It's a
if he's
possibility.
gotten there yet.
Yeah. Okay. He says, I see. No. If we're going to do something about it, I have no time to waste, do I?
No.
Good thing I've been putting a lot of effort into demon studies recently. This is invaluable information, Blackbane. What purpose do you have in sharing it with me? Intend to spare my life for some noble reason?
Oh no, I care not whether you live or die. My master simply doesn't want to see the material fall to the sway of chaos. A balance must be maintained across the planes.
See, your master. I don't suppose I get the privilege of knowing who that is, do I?
No, you do not.
Yes, I suspect
Say
as
Dunkel.
such. You said the magic words, Drill. As Thanos is having this conversation inside a garage, Valencia, there's a white flash of light right behind you, and Driddle is standing there.
She initially is shocked, like ready to go for her sword. She's like, "Oh, Driddle!" And she'll pick you up and cat hug you, like up in the air.
It worked. As my back is like cracking.
Wait, where is everyone? Is everyone okay?
I believe they are. When I activated the machine to come and help you guys, it only took me.
Oh no. So they're all. Okay, well at least it's all 5 of them together. So I mean I guess you obviously know then we're in the past, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to run down Davos's.
Glad I'm not in prison.
Oh, that's interesting. And she gives you like a shifty look, like prison, and she'll put you down a little bit. She'll put you down gently and here. So this is what we're doing now, and she'll kind of run through the plan that Davos is talking with Vizerin at the moment, and we were thinking that maybe with, I suppose, our group that is currently, meaning they handle what we were handling, but we start to try and change small things to give us the edge against the demon lords. And I think after this, if Thavos is able to have Vizerin get an earlier start on that dark heart, maybe we go to Graven Hollow and Gauntlgrim and start getting things in motion and putting people aware of the demon lords.
It's a valiant plan. So I'll check a watch that isn't there. It's about 7 months, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it seems we've all got errands to attend to. You said the plan is to go to Graven Hollow?
At least if one of us stays and does that amount of research, it would be fantastic. And then maybe one or the other, maybe if they stay there and just make sure they're not seen by, I know Thavos mentioned that Grotz, we did see Grotz there, and kind of keeps an eye on him, and the others start warning people and doing as silently as we can, like moving throughout the world, we can do something. And then just make sure we're back in that cave when we disappeared.
It's a good plan. If you two aren't keen to do it, I'll make the trip myself. And just as a question, DM,
Yeah.
was Graven Hollow, how close is that to Menzoberranzan?
It's on the other side. So Menzoberranzan is a little bit southeast of you guys right now. Graven Hollow is about 3 weeks to the west.
Okay, but I've got 7 months, so I can still make the trip. And another weird
Menzoberranzan's
question.
pretty close to Silvery Moon, just underground.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Then, if depending on what Thavos wants to do, we go to Graven Hollow, do a little initial research ourselves. Maybe I can go up top to Silvery Moon and warn them, and maybe I can even speak to my order and start to get reinforcements brought in. And I might have to borrow something to disguise myself, because it would be a plan to let the Harpers and the Lord's Alliance and a lot of other people know, but unfortunately, as it's been pointed out, I'm noticeable. They'll know, and it'll be strange if I suddenly walk in with the party.
Yeah. But nobody knows who I am for at least 8 months or 7 months.
You better hope you don't run into your jailer there. What's his name? Guy from Lord's Alliance.
Oh yeah, I forget his name too.
No, then it might be.
I will say,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna make a declaration here, Jiggle. You were being held in Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So then it might be best if you do stay and do all the research, while Thavos and I do the legwork if we can.
Yes, I would be very inclined to stay back and do some research. Now, when Vizerin teleported us to the college in Menzoberranzan, it was in there, right? That college?
The Grob's notes, yeah.
Yes. Did I catch... He used a teleportation circle to get us there.
Yes, he did.
Did I catch what the circle looked like as we used it? Those, 2 times?
If you make a history check with a very high DC, I could let you do it.
Okay.
Well, the one he has in the tower is basically yours. You have it memorized. We've used it a number of times.
That one, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So if I use that one, could I use it to go back to that point?
You would need to know the circle
The
that's
sigils.
near Menzoberranzan. Yeah.
Okay, I only got a 12, so probably not.
Yeah, you don't remember it. You vaguely remember it, but not specific enough to know the arcane formula to get there.
Okay. I suppose I can, I'll ask the man himself later. But yes,
No.
I will continue scheming to myself.
Okay, you continue scheming. Thavos, after Vizerin has spoken to you a little bit more, he says, well, if you present such a dire circumstance to me, I don't suppose that you, my mysterious and prophetic visitor, have any idea on how to remedy this issue.
I am permitted to start you on a path. Whether or not you follow it to its end is up to you. Of course, you are mortal. Choice is your burden to make. I have been told that there is a device that perhaps you could make. And because I'm not super smart, but I have read, Vizerin's notes and Gromp's notes. I'll start laying out the basis of, Dark Heart construction, I guess. It's like, well, there is a possibility the demon lords are tied to much, that they are intrinsically a part of the abyss, and they are here, and it is not where they're supposed to be. And I'll start laying out like these things, but I don't know everything. I am but a messenger, I am but a servant.
You can see his mind is like racing, and he just kind of mutters to himself, I suppose that they all have such grudges against each other. If we were to get them all in one place, we could perhaps even in the place of their summoning, have them all finish each other off. Are you familiar with the location of Graven Hollow?
I'm not sure if he can tell through the mask.
Cannot.
But but Thavos is grinning.
Yeah.
It's like, I was hoping you'd mention there. Yes, I am.
Marvelous. I have associates that have been there before. I think that might be a good place for me to start my research. I will ask if you have any companions with you, and if you intend on following me there, I could get us there in about 20 minutes.
Ah,
Well, that's kind of off the beaten time path.
that saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
But it's just us three that are here. What would happen to the other people?
Driddle,
Well,
are
I
you
mean-
able to disguise me at all?
I can disguise myself. I don't know if I can get you.
Shoot.
I can just turn you invisible, maybe. Or does polymorph turn people into other people?
Can be used that way, I guess. I guess Jim Jar was under the effects of a ring of polymorph, so technically, yeah, good
Yeah, I could disguise you.
for an hour, right?
Yeah.
Because we meet Vizerin the first time in Graven Hollow. So this doesn't really mess with the timeline all that much.
And again, you don't know if he's going to be making trips back and forth and stuff, so
Right.
yeah.
He can do whatever he wants after this. I'm not really bothered, so long as he doesn't get too big for his britches.
Right.
Which
he's just
he
offering
probably
you-
will.
No, he probably will. He's just offering you guys a ride, basically. Or I guess you
Right.
and any companions that you might have with you.
Nah. If Thavos, you come out, like, after you guys finish your conversation, of course. Yeah, if I can get polymorphed into something, that would be ideal, and then we can go from there.
Yeah. I'll polymorph you into a default human woman.
Default human woman.
Or like, how do you want the default?
That's my
human-
nickname in high school. I go with, like, a brown-haired elven woman.
You come out looking like Tatiana Manson or something.
Sure.
Sure. Perfect.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll tell
looking
him.
like a-
Yes.
You do have companions, all right. Well, if we want to,
And I'll cast Disguise Self on myself and become Dungle to Cheeto.
okay. He says, "Grin, keep an eye on things. Blackman, I'll meet you outside in, like I said, about 20 minutes. Just get some things prepared and to go. Wasn't expecting this day to go like this. I hope that you understand that I'm not entirely prepared.
They never are.
No, meet you outside." And he goes up to prepare whatever he may need to, and you are welcome to go back outside. Grin leaves you alone and goes about his business.
Okay, I go outside. I'd be like, okay, guys, this is what I sold Vizerin on. I'm gonna speak quietly because I don't know how good his ears are.
You
And
can do it
actually,
telepathically if you want, between you
Yeah.
and Dungle.
that would work. With my invisibility sight, did I ever see Cleve?
Yeah, Cleve was probably just right behind Bizrin the whole time.
Okay, he didn't follow me, did he?
No.
Okay,
No,
good.
Cleve's going with Bizrin.
I sold him that I am the servant of some higher power that values balance.
I will say, when like Cleve first sees you, he just kind of like crooks his head and like narrows his eyes. And if you're still wearing his control gem, he, like even if it's hidden, he just kind of like looks at it and looks more confused and like intrigued than anything.
I do,
But-
yeah. I wear it on a necklace in my armor.
Given that he's an extraplanar creature who is bound against his will, he's probably not saying anything to Bizrin.
Right, because it doesn't help him to have two stones running
Right.
around.
He's like, what the crap? How did that happen? I thought I only had one of those things.
Him and the Shield Guardian can be friends.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go back outside to your party and communicate what has happened. Yeah.
Also, hi Thavos, I'm here now too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
And an elven woman waves at you and is like, "Hi."
I was gone for 20 minutes. What? What happened?
But you haven't seen Dreddle in close to 3 weeks, so it's kind of
Yeah. And right now he's Dungle, and I will go to lie and be like, the device, it changed me. Just kidding.
Okay.
That's V, by the way. I turned her into a human lady.
Oh,
Hi. Just call me Elise in front of, Vizerin, I suppose. Are we going to meet with him?
in about 20 minutes, he's going to come out here and teleport us to Graven Hollow. Or, I'm assuming he's teleporting us. He's going to do something.
Okay. Did it go well?
He listened. He knows the same things that started him on his journey just sooner. He knows about the Dark Heart, and he's going to Graven Hollow. I believe it went swimmingly.
I hope it went swimmingly.
Well,
Now it's out of our hands. He's gonna do what he's gonna do, and we can only hope that we don't set him too far ahead, and he gets. We can only. My only worry now is that we set him started on the path so soon that he takes the Dark Heart into his own hands and does something with it.
Well,
We're
if
gonna
that
have to
does
keep
happen,
an eye on him.
I do know how to work the maze engine. I identified it. We could just go back there and, time hop like 40 more times until we get it right.
maybe we could try and just get it right the first time. No, then he will. Then we'll definitely need to have. He will need to be watched.
By something, which will be difficult. The entire reason I read him in on this, he's a very powerful wizard. That was the entire point he was involved. It'll be hard to control him in any fashion.
Mm-hmm.
That was another point I wanted to raise. I don't know how much you guys care about my predicament, but those wizards in Menzo Branson, they might be able to unshackle me. If there's anyone in the Underdark I know that might be able to, it's that college. If we could get it off, we could slap it on him. If you really want to control someone.
I suppose that is entirely an option.
Savos is he's looking like he's seeing the future of the universe. Like, oh, yes, we could.
Valencia is more and more horrified as this conversation continues. But no, while we're waiting for him, Driddle and I were talking about just plans. Maybe, like you and I said, if one of us stays to research at Graven Hollow, and clearly getting Driddle out of his predicament, I suppose, would be something that can be done. If another one of us goes topside and starts to warn everyone as quietly as we can to start getting ready.
I have a great many questions to ask at Graven Hollow,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds like Driddle wants to go to Sorcier, though I'm not sure how welcome you'd be in Sorcier. They are still drow.
I disguised myself as a drow last time. It went
That is true.
all right.
That is true.
You'd be on your own, but you're capable.
I've
think
been on my own
Valencia,
my whole
you-
life, sir. Except for like
Fair.
the past 7 months that didn't really happen yet.
Fair enough. So, after about 20 minutes, like I said, Vizerin comes back out, and Athagos, you can see that he has Cleve with him, still shielded, but he says, "Salutations to your friends here. Are you all ready to go?"
Valencia will give him a nod and not say anything though.
Lead the way, good sir.
Marvelous. Well, shall we? And he casts some components on the ground and casts teleport. Let me roll for some mishaps and see if that happens.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
We get teleported 4 miles into a
hey
rock.
guys, do we have anything from Graven Hollow that would cause a paradox but would still make it more accurate?
I think, don't you have the Stone Speaker crystal?
I do. Yes. Ooh, and I
Which
don't.
you didn't get from Graven
It was a
Hollow.
giant outside of it in like a little camp.
Mhm.
Did we keep anything from Graven Hollow? I don't think so.
I think
Whoa,
the only
wait.
thing.
Well, I guess, are you asking, are you having this conversation openly?
I'll do it telepathically. Do we count as things from Graven Hollow?
No.
Okay, then I probably don't have anything. We didn't get any magic items from there either.
I don't think we have anything from Graven Hollow specifically.
No, I don't think we do. We didn't take any books or anything, did we?
They wouldn't have allowed that.
Oh, okay. Nope, we got nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's still going to cast the spell, and I will tell you guys, he's pretty familiar with it. So, Vizerin casts the components on the ground and begins casting the spell, and you feel the cavern walls around you almost stretch and distort, and slam back into place, and suddenly you guys are outside of the gates of Graven Hollow, facing the large stone giant statues, I guess.
Oh yeah, that singing lizard. Is he still there?
I don't think you would see him. Standing outside the gates of Graven Hollow, he was positioned quite a ways outside of it. You guys are at Graven Hollow now. Vizerin kind of splits up with you guys at this point. He says his farewell to Blackmane, but it seems that he has his own desires and mechanisms to go follow now that he's here. You guys have been here before. You kind of know how it works. What do you want to do?
Oh, should we like not go to the past guy or the future guy? Because like they definitely recognize us. Or
Honestly,
do we even care about them? Because the future guy probably already saw this.
Or the past guy.
the past, somebody knows
that we were
exist
going
outside of time enough. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I suppose it doesn't really matter if they know because they know already. Future. Yeah, we can go talk to people. What do we need to find out first, though?
That is a good question.
I was thinking, we set Vizerin on the trail. He's gonna
what
figure
happens-
out the ingredients and all that stuff. But I say we do some of our own research, so we're not trusting all of it on Vizerin not divulging from
exactly.
the timeline that much.
And I was even gonna propose that we ask what happens in this timeline now that we told Vizerin to do that, so we can just get a head start. And if we screw it up, if we just kill him now.
If we have to undo some of the doings so that he still gets jumped in the tower.
Something like that.
You can visit the Archives of the Future, but if you recall, the Archives of the Future are very strange and more prophetic and cloudy than anything else. Let's see if I can remember her name. Librarian there.
Oh yeah, it was like different timelines that they showed us for each question.
Yes. Ustova, she is more of a prophetess than anything. She can tell you possibilities and what might happen, but she cannot give you a concrete answer of what's happened in the future.
Right.
So that makes answering that one a little harder. But I can tell you that if you kind of do some digging about what could happen with Vizerin and the new timeline that he's on, looking into it, one possibility sees him creating the Dark Heart, sees him sending Cleve and Gorin into Menzoberranzan to retrieve Gromf Bainray's notes, setting the Dark Heart in Menzoberranzan and destroying everyone there in the process.
That's because he never met us either, or the other us's.
Another possibility that you guys see is exactly how the plan is played out in the current campaign. You guys find him, he's still doing research and figuring out how to create the Dark Heart, but he hasn't made that jump to get into Vizerin Devir's, into Gromf's tower to get his notes, so he's still a step behind, and that's all he needs left. Then you see a possibility where he goes out and gets all of the components, and then a very strange, handsome elvish man comes and offers help and strikes Vizerin down in his sleep. It's not Thavos, but the man's illusion fades and it's actually Graz.
Wow, that guy gets everybody. He is a problem. And I don't know. Davos, what do you think we should do? You seem to have all the time plans. I have no idea.
I think, had we left it alone, it would have proceeded the exact same way it was always going to. Now that we've influenced it a little bit, my hope is I guess that depends. Was Gromf's notebook the thing that held him back from discovering,
It was, the different components.
Okay, so I guess turning him onto it sooner didn't really help anything.
Well, and the issue was he is such an exile from Menzoberranzan, and he hates that city so much that he is not willing to go in and get it himself. That's why he sent you guys.
Right. So
But
I guess
if you
it
remember,
doesn't.
he teleported you there and then stayed about a mile outside the city.
Yeah.
I wonder how scared of drow assassins is Vizerin Tavir.
Valid question. But if you have any other questions about the future, this is the place to ask them. If not, you can move on to one of the other archives. Driddle, go ahead and roll me a d20.
4. My favorite number of the night.
As you guys are looking at stuff, you see what looks like a man start to approach you. He's wearing long, floor-length red robes, and he's got a hood up. You can see his head's shaven underneath. And as he gets closer, you can see that this is one of those strange...
Yeah, the ghost things?
Yeah, the echoes. And he sees you guys and just kind of gestures you off as he goes and investigates what he will.
At least it wasn't another mind flayer.
No.
Red robes, shaved head. Do I know what that looks
Make
like?
a history check.
Is he
Driddle, go ahead.
recognizable?
Driddle, go ahead and also make a history check.
11.
Davis, you wouldn't, given your extraplanar origin, but Driddle, you know, he looks like a red wizard of Thay.
Oh,
But-
so nasty dude.
Oh yeah, like on his way to Lichdom, probably. But I will say also, he's wearing some strange, possibly magical devices that you're not sure, you've never seen them before, whether they're arcane focuses. He has one on his wrist that looks like it's made of silver, and has a round face with small little lights inside of it. In addition to that, I'll just tell it to you meta, he's from the future. He's from about 100, 150 years in the future.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But he just seems to be treating you guys as annoying apparitions and is refusing to deal with you. So if you try and strike a conversation, not much will come.
Yeah, I'll just sneer at him as he walks by.
He sneers back. His name is Andrew Zarith. But you need to know that for fun. Okay. So, are you guys heading to other archives, or are you staying in the future?
I would want to go. I would want to go in the past archives. The first one, just because a pattern is coming up, and it seems like Grotz is a goddamn interference in a lot of things.
Yeah, he's a big thorn.
So,
Sucks.
I think in the past, I'd like to see like where, or would it be in the present, like where he is now? Obviously.
In the present would be the past from when you originally went to Craven Hollow. So
Yeah.
that might be a decent shot. You find the archives of the present. Find the archives of the present in the past, and you find Ermis, the librarian, and he sees you and says, "Welcome back."
Oh, I'm not. I'm not the elf woman still, right? It was only for an hour.
Yeah, that would have dropped at this
Okay.
point. Yeah.
Like, oh well. Thank you for having us back. So very confused.
It's confusing times. You're looking for information on the demon.
Yes.
Easier. No, I guess you don't really have to roll anything because he'll just lead you to the right scrolls. You experience a vision of Grotz you'd be in Gracklestone right now. And you see the same obsidian monolithic structure that is the royal hall there. He's outside of it, and he's currently talking to this Durgar woman, and he seems a little panicked. I think after a bit of speaking, she would drop her disguise and reveal herself to be a succubus. But what he's saying to her is that she needs to place herself in here, become a concubine to the king, get in his head, and let discourse sow through the city.
In Slugoldop?
No, this is in Gracklestone.
Oh.
Weird.
Which, if you guys had gone there before you went to the surface, you would have found a succubus controlling the king.
Oh, so that's like a hotspot for demon activity for a while.
Oh yeah. But that's where he is currently, is in Gracklestone, setting up sabotage and subterfuge in the city.
Oh. Damn, what an opportunity if we only had a beholder heart.
I mean,
Oh, no,
we know exactly where Beholder is,
That's true.
and we killed him the first time.
You know where two beholders are. You
Yeah.
got Karazakar and you
And the
got
one
the,
friendly-ish one that... I don't think it had the middle eye, though.
he was missing some eye stalks, but he had a central eye.
Yeah, there is that guy. And that guy was at the same spot as Fraz, right?
Mm-hmm. He was a mental Dareth.
And if we're able to help,
Interesting.
if we're able to help the people in Gracklestug, okay.
And, yeah, we can prevent like that whole city from going under, maybe. So much stuff we can do with 7 months. Oh, while we're here, we should ask how we can find Demogorgon's component too.
Yes,
That'd be a decent question.
that would be great.
I'll leave that to you guys. Are you looking in the present, past, or future for that?
I will look. Oh, do we know if Gromp had to use these components to summon them the first time?
Ooh, that's a very good question. Erickson does not know, but the book might.
Okay. Sorry for the curveball. I was just curious.
No, don't be sorry for that. That's an incredible question.
'Cause I know that he didn't write it down, at least in his notes.
Right. I don't think he would have. No.
Yeah, because the Dark Heart was more a creation by Vizerin to use like other Gromp's notes and
Right.
stuff.
And Gromp, his spell, it was a mishap. It did not go the way that you originally intended it to. So.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll ask the future librarian how we can discover Demogorgon's component.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm looking for the highest level summoning spell, because I'm just curious now. Interesting, they don't have material components. Oh, this one doesn't. Human living blood. Okay. Anyway, okay, Demogorgon's component. You are shown a few different visions, one of which is most of the party traveling to Demogorgon's lair in Slugladop and defeating him just with brute force. No components. But, like I said, this is only most of the party that's traveling there. You don't see everyone. There are 2 people missing, Ront and Valencia.
Uh-oh.
You see another possibility that is... yeah, I'll just throw this in there, sure. You're able to recreate Gromp's spell and succeed this time, and chain the demons to yourself. I'll say that when you see this one, the librarian says that possibility is extremely rare, but if the right circumstances happen, it's a possibility. That's why it's in the library. But let's see. Let me find it in my notes.
You'd say his lair was in Slugladop?
Yes, because that is the first city that he ruined.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There are 3 components that you use in this possibility. One of which is the tooth of an Etin. If you're familiar with those are 2-headed giants. There is the blood of a fallen priest, and lastly,
The blood of a fallen priest is actually a lot easier to get than the entirety of a blood of an innocent person. Demogorgon's pretty light.
and even then, it doesn't specify how much, but you assume it's not much. Ah, yes. The last component that is needed is the horn of an unslain Baelor,
Unslain. So we're gonna have to stand next to us?
or cut it off of him without killing him.
Oh yeah. Ooh, okay.
These,
You know.
these 3 possibilities are not fun.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, those 3 possibilities, those 3 components are not in different possibilities. Those are used in tandem to weaken and track down Demogorgon.
What more do we need?
I've got a whole list of questions.
Yeah. You can start running through yours, and I start thinking of some.
Slide those through secret.
Oh, secret. Okay.
Oh.
Understood.
I think the only ones stuff for like the party general, tracking down the components for Demogorgon, which we sort of just did. I guess the only other thing is, are there any Balors in the Underdark right now? Because they are just one step below a Demon Lord. They are
Sure.
pretty big deals.
So I think that would either be present or future, I guess. Yeah, you go investigate that, and you find that there are, I'm gonna say four Balors running around in the Underdark, and they all seem to be associated with and under the command of certain demon lords, except for one. There's one of them that is acting underneath Demogorgon. One is acting under Grotst, but he seems to be more in the background. One of them is acting under Orcus, and the last one, who's known as Rakdos, Lord of Riots, is very close to attaining demon lordhood in his power and his reign that he has over other demons. He seems to have a small legion of demons with him. I am so sorry. I misread my notes. It is not the horn of a Balor, it is the horn of a pit fiend.
Oh, that's still pretty bad.
Hit fiends are devils, aren't they?
Yes.
Interesting. Ooh, and I'll ask this one for fun. What were the Darrow doing that we never got to in Gracklestug? I'll ask the future guy.
Okay.
Or like,
future guy.
were they actually mad, or was that just a rumor?
Oh, yeah, they were. You find that the Darrow themselves, they have a history of madness. They're not sane creatures, but that makes them extra susceptible to demonic madness, and they were worshipping the Demogorgon.
Oh, so were they what attracted him to the city?
I was going to say, you notice a pattern of the Kuatoa worshipping Demogorgon and the Darrow worshipping Demogorgon. If you find any other cults worshipping Demogorgon, that's not good news. Because clearly, he's drawn to people that worship him.
And I guess just for a personal question, Valenta would want to go, like, while they're doing their thing, she'd want to go back and see if she was able to identify who's responsible for what happened to her family.
Interesting. We established that it was Zetarin, correct?
Yeah. I think that's the one thing we had agreed on.
Yeah. I think that you find out that the man who was in charge of that slaughter was just a Zetarin thug, and he has died. He's no longer alive. In the archives of the past, you find that after that slaughter, he struggled. He didn't make it well as a Zentarin thug, but he died poor, alone, and still faithful to the Zentarin, but not much came of it. What did I just say the third component was? There was the horn of a pit fiend, the blood of a fallen priest. What was the third one?
And
Tooth of an Etten.
Yeah.
That's right, the teeth of an Etten. Tooth. Okay.
Ooh, and maybe I'll ask the present guy. I'll explain to him what we have so far. Like, he knows we have the Dark Heart, obviously. I'll very much whisper or telepathically say that to him. Explain all the stuff we have. Are there any more items and or people that might help us greatly against the Demon Lords as to the effect of the Dark Heart and all this stuff?
He says, you are missing information, are you not?
Indeed. Enlighten me, if you so choose.
You seek the components to weaken and track down Demogorgon, which I see that you've already found. But you still lack Orcus's true components. There was the theory that Vizerin had written down of the blood of an innocent, but I believe that there may be a better way. Well, better is relative.
Of course, but do tell.
The bones of the person that killed him in the past. Those responsible for slaying the Demon Lord hold great power.
Ooh, and then be like, thanks, snap, and then run back to the past guy. Who killed Orcus in the past?
You experience a vision of the past. Orcus has been killed a few times on the material plane, but only once. in his home plane, the Abyss. While he was actually slain by a goddess, he was brought to the level that he could be slain by a powerful adventurer who was leading a army of Shadarkai into the palace of Thanatos, and he was killed by one of Thavos' past selves.
Ooh, yeah, he's right. Good is relative. Well, I'll write that down just in case.
Okay. And I will put that into the chat. All right. Any other questions for anyone?
I guess if for the future ones, I'd want to ask what would happen if we spoke to all the leaders now and sent messages. I don't know if that's specific enough, or if you want me to focus on one.
Okay. I think that you go to the archives of the future and you do some digging around, and I think that different leaders would take it different ways. A lot of them, especially guild leaders of like the Lord's Alliance, of the Emerald Enclave, and surprisingly even the Order of the Gauntlet, they don't take you very seriously. And where there's no evidence, and they are hesitant to even send people down into the Underdark to help out people that don't contribute at all to their lives. They're like, why? Even if it were true, why would we help? You see various possibilities of alerting King Battlehammer, which in some he takes it well and he takes initiative, and he gets a little bit of a head start. Maybe they take out 1 or 2 demon lords before you guys can. But it's kind of interesting. Looking into the future, you also see other groups of adventurers going about the same quest that you guys currently are. A little bit of a peek into the multiverse, as it were, of other adventuring parties that have maybe gone through this same thing. You see a group that has a human man with scraggly hair. There's a blue dragonborn with him, as well as a burly lizard folk. You see another group that has Ront and Jimjar there, as well as this very tall, metallic-looking creature, and also the elvish woman that revived Jimjar when he died in the forest. You see various different groups going through this same quest of killing demons, and some of them succeed, some don't. But it seems that as far as warning a lot of that leadership beforehand, that won't change much given their current reactions and the speed at which people are able to react to the demonic threat. So I will say that Eldith is already on her way to Gauntlgrim and is planning on telling Brunor as much as she possibly can. At least she saw Yanagi face to face. That's right. So that's going to be a pretty decent head start. But as far as you guys know, that already happened. So that won't change much. So theoretically, by the time you guys get to Gauntlgrim, he might already know. He might not know the severity of it, but yeah.
And then, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's good. Go for it.
No, I guess she probably would have done this like alone.
If you want to message it to me, you can.
No, just because I think they would be really fun. I guess this would be future because we're in the past. Oh, I'm so confused. What would happen if we did try to save and keep Trishek and Vale with us?
Who's Trishek?
Interesting question. Trishek is Thavos' brother. That is a very interesting question. In the visions that you see, again, they're very strange visions of different possibilities. Like I've said, in some, Thavos stays behind in the Shadowfell and decides to right the wrong and kills Vale to restore that order and balance that he supposedly disrupted way back when. In others, Trishek decides to stay with the group. There's one that you see which everything looks like it went the same way. But once Trishek gets back to the Shadowfell, he immediately becomes a man on a mission, and he is hunting or searching for something, and he seems to find it. And then he returns to the material plane and starts hunting and scrying on someone. As far as Vale goes, well, I guess what is the specific question that you ask as far as Vale goes?
I guess for what would happen if Vale was able to be saved from the fate that I saw, or that, you know, what was told to us, like if she would have been able to like continue living after that.
You ask the librarian that. Hold on. Compose.
This is her just being like sadly nosy because there's a way to like help the group in their personal ways. Like she would for sure save Terran. She'd want to know what would happen to like help Thavos.
You ask the librarian, and she kind of cooks her head and says, "In this timeline that you experience in the future, you believe that Vale is dead."
We believe her to be dead?
She's asking you if that's the case, if you believe her to be dead.
Yes, that's what was told to us.
She is not. She is in a state of unliving. She is not dead.
Of unliving?
The librarian kind of shakes her head and says, "I fear that by telling you that I may have created some alternate possibilities," and immediately goes back to scribing the board.
Oh my god, my brain hurts. Okay. She'll keep that to herself for now.
Okay. Are you digging more into the archives of the future about that?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, again, I'll give you 3 separate visions. You see one vision of Thavos and Vale getting in an argument and wandering off out of camp, and the Knolls and Inaku shows up, and you watch, and you can't look away. Vale just getting torn to shreds, and Thavos fighting with everything that he can, but in the end he has to run to survive. You see another vision of them fighting together, and they take out multiple Knolls, but they get separated by a cave-in. And Vale has to run off by herself, and Thavos believes her to be dead. And then you see another vision of none of this happening, but of Thavos leading Vale off, talking to her, paralyzing her with a Medusa head, and storing her body elsewhere.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Yeah, she's not gonna say nothing for now. But she will look back at him. I guess if they're like off somewhere, she'll just kind of look at him a little afraid, maybe.
Okay, that's valid. Thavos, you said you had something to look up?
I'm gonna spend most of my time in the past, just because we are in the past. Everything we thought we knew has become the future and is now up to interpretation. So, actually, I'm gonna start in the present as of right now. It's I'm gonna ask about where is Jublex? Where is, just pinpoint each of the demon lords and where they're at in their various plans.
I got you.
And see if there's anything we can do to really just where they're at, so we can decide how we're going to proceed from here in any of their respects.
I got you. You see visions of, I'll go alphabetically because that's what they're in the book here. Baphomet is making his way towards the labyrinth. He seems to be just kind of drawn there. He is followed by just a few dozen Minotaur, just moving with a purpose, stomping anyone that gets in his way. But at the same time, you watch the Phaserus kind of draws itself to Baphomet's feet, and it almost changes color into this dark navy, and then goes out and permeates elsewhere. Demogorgon, you see him also making his way from Menzoberranzan, but he seems to have gone straight to the Dark Lake, where he is amassing followers, not in any kind of humanoid form, but in the form of monstrous creatures and these very strange manta ray-like monsters. He is summoning a demonic army. He summons that Baylor to serve him, but he's setting up his lair near Slubladop on the shores of the Dark Lake. Let's see. Fraser Blue is chilling in the gem in someone's pocket. If you look into the archives of the past, you see as Fraser Blue has been summoned to the material plane against his will before. And as soon as he watched other demon lords get summoned, he went into a kind of a panic mode, and he locked himself in that gem in hopes that it would protect him, but instead pull him and his prison to the material plane. And now he is doubly trapped. But he can still influence those that come in contact.
Oh, so that was of his own creation?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because he was like, this is my last Hail Mary. Like, I cannot go back to the material plane. If I lock myself in this little extra planar space, I'll be fine. Wrong. Not how it is. He might be the Prince of Lies, but he does not understand everything. Let's see. I said Gratz was in Gracklestug, where he currently is. It looks like Gracklestug is like the first place that he went to sow discord and to mess with people's heads. Jewelblex, after starting in Menzoberranzan, immediately moves towards Blending Stone. He feels the pull of a lot of oozes there. There were a lot of oozes there to begin with, but as soon as he shows up, the numbers multiply exponentially. I guess this is technically the future, but he would find the Pudding King, influence him, drive him mad, and give him powers. Mechanically, I believe the Pudding King is technically the warlock of Jewelblex. But when Jewelblex is heading towards Blending Stone, you see that he's split, because he knows he needs to build an army, but at the same time, he knows that he has to stop whatever Zugdamoy is doing. Because she is smart, she is powerful, and she is quick. Orcus. Using his wand, I believe. Yeah. He has already transported himself to that Mind Flayer lair and has already turned them. But it seems this is a very recent development. So he has just started creating his army there. Yanaku is currently stomping around the Dark Lake, just looking for food, and he hears word of where Baphomet is, and just starts hunting him. So he is currently hunting Baphomet. As far as Zugdamoy goes, like I said, Zugdamoy is smart, she is fast, she has already taken hold of the minds of the Mind Flayers. And in fact, as you go into the archives of the present and you look at where Zugdamoy is and what she's doing, you probably see your own party there at Neverlight Grove, helping with the Myconids that are fighting against her influence. You probably watch Sereth's death as this emaciated drow man's head explodes and he becomes a spore servant, and the party panics and quickly moves towards Slubladop, and you know that that's only a recipe for disaster. But I think that's the updates I can give you on the Demon Lords about where they are and what they're doing.
So all of them have these awesome plans, and Yanagu's just hungry to kill Baphomet.
Welcome to Yanagu's life. He's not really the planning type.
Respect though. He's a simple hyena dude.
I am so very glad we killed that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, stomping him out when you did is good. He's not the most powerful by any means, but he's definitely the most important.
Yeah, he like backhanded Taran 3 times into a wall.
Yeah, he's playing ping pong with the wall.
Ooh, I'm curious too. I'll go to the person of the past. Past or present, whoever has the answer. I just want to know where the deck of many things came from. Or even if the future person knows, who was it supposed to be delivered to that I lied and got it from?
Yes!
Because who was it going for?
So you got it from that merchant that was in Livingstone, right?
He said that he was trying to get it to his friend, and then I was like, nope, he's actually dead, and cast Modify Memory on him.
Right, yeah, okay. As far as where it came from, how do I want to play this? You see a silver dragonborn who looks like he's trained in Arcana. You don't know if it's, warlock or sword wizard or anything. But you see this dragonborn mage who is so dead set on getting this deck. He is doing some pretty terrible things to do so. But he finally gets it, and just as he does, he is assassinated and it is stolen from him. I think that's where it would be right now, because the guy that had it when you found it, he won't get it for a while on the current timeline. So, yep.
And then in terms of where it was going, had I not...
if you go to the Archives of the Future, I guess you would see the possibility where you never intervened. That guy delivered it to his friend or his brother or something. His friend. Who was just interested in it as a collector's item. He didn't have any ill
nobody knew what it was?
intentions of heard about what it was. He kind of knew what it was. He heard rumors of it, but he's like, this is probably worth a pretty penny. So if I just hold on to this, someone's going to come looking for it, and they're going to pay through their nose to get it.
Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. I think that was...
I'll just ask one more for fun, because we never figured out who this was. I'll go to the past guy. Is Jonathan Vance.
Holy crap.
Yes!
Shoot.
Because none of us were able to identify who that guy was.
Get him.
No, you weren't.
Yes!
Hold on, let me roll for something.
All the weird questions.
That question means a lot more than you think it does. Hold on. Okay, yeah. You go far back enough in the past, and you are able to see archives from different worlds. There is the world of Toriel, as you know it, but you also see just a few different archives from the world of Exandria, and I don't remember what the world of Greyhawk is called, but that one too. There are different possibilities of existence out there. And you read more into Jonathan Vance. Wow, I forgot I gave you that book.
Greyhawk is Oerth.
Oerth, thank you, yes, exactly. Eberron, even. You see just these different possibilities of worlds that came from the same foundation but extended into others, and they're all connected by extraplanar, or by other planar entities and places like the Shadowfell. The Shadowfell where you found that book connects all those different worlds. But Jonathan Vance, you find, was the alias of a man who lived on Oerth, who was a wizard who went through so much trial and struggle in his life. He watched his mother die in front of him as she was tortured by others. He fell into a corrupted circle of necromancy and became the god known as Vecna.
We have his spellbook.
You have Vecna's old spellbook.
Oh my god! No!
When he was but a man.
Mm-hmm.
A man named Vaughn.
Vecna is an anagram for Vance.
Oh my gosh!
And one of the real life guys that came up with Vecna was named Jack Vance. So
That's
cool.
Wild.
Ooh.
You
I
gotta,
was fully expecting you guys to pick up on that forever ago.
dude.
Man.
Dude, you gotta burn that book.
I mean, it's got
I copied all the spells out of it.
It's got some pretty good ones too. It's got some bangers in there.
So, I mean, I think if you're with Thavos at all, because Thavos, you're in the past, right?
I'm spending most of my time there because that's
Right.
concrete.
So, I mean, if you share any of this with Thavos, you're from the Shadowfell. You've heard of Vecna. You've led legions against his forces before. He lives and breathes in the Shadowfell. So clearly you ran into one of his old hideouts and found some of his old stuff that had been reclaimed by that Death Tyrant.
God of secrets, Vector himself. Or is he a god in Faerun? I don't remember.
I think he's a minor deity. Yeah, I believe. I can double check.
I'll be like, oh, that's pretty cool, Thavos. By the way, we can also use your bones instead of someone's blood to weaken Orcus. It's not like fun fact.
Which bones? I've died a lot of times and left behind a lot of bones.
The bones of anyone who has slain him in the past, and I think that's particularly you. I don't know, you got a toe or something you want to take one for the team?
Do you have a toe you want to contribute?
If it's necessary, without question.
Or like one of the tiny bones that make up the snail in your ear?
Ear snail bones.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like a cochlear? Like you want a tweezer and take it out for you?
Oh my god.
I don't know. It's magic, so maybe we'll need like a full like rhinoplasty and just rip off your nose.
Yeah, would you have told us about all the possibilities? Regarding like Orcus's... No, sorry. Was it Demogorgon or Orcus?
Yeah, I'll share Demogorgon. I'll share Orcus just with Thavos.
Okay, and you shared all of Demogorgon's possibilities?
Yeah.
Alright. Like, I wonder what you guys did to piss me and Bra off that we're not there.
Okay. Any other questions?
Well, I mean, you were pretty disgusted with us at multiple points.
Sure to make a history check. I guess just an intelligence check.
Alright, just an intelligence check?
Mm-hmm.
16.
Yeah, you recall in that vision that Thavos was wearing part of Valencia's armor.
Oh. Weird. I will not tell her about that. Like, vacation days, I suppose.
Gotta use that PTO when you got it.
Yeah.
Doesn't roll over. Yeah. So, you guys kind of meet up and reconvene, share notes and stuff. Vizarin's nowhere to be seen, whether he's there or not. Valencia, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Okay. Wow, I've learned so much. This session is wild. A 2?
Yeah, this is lore bomb session.
That's what Ravenhollow is. With a 2, while you guys are communicating, there's a human woman who looks like she's in her early 20s, who just kind of sees you and nods kindly. Looks like she's going about her business doing research as well.
Insight checker.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Does she look like she's under a spell?
It's Frost.
17?
She looks curious, but also like a little entertained. Like, oh, these guys are doing research too. That's cute. But she doesn't look sinister at all.
Okay. I don't like the way that was said, so I'll leave her alone to her business.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a Mind Flayer, Wizard of Thay. We saw Grotz. None of these people are... We even saw, was it really, really old Battlehammer that we saw?
Yeah, you did. I will say, Grotz wasn't an echo, though. He was
there.
Yeah. Yeah, you saw Ancient Battlehammer. I think you saw a guy... this blind guy, this blind drow.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we talked to him, though. Or he, said gibberish or something.
Yeah, I don't think he was very helpful. Bram talked to him.
Is anything else, guys, that we need to ask?
I don't think so, other than stuff we already know. We already learned Demogorgon's components, an alternative Orcus component, and that was when I asked, anything helpful that could still help us. So...
Okay.
I don't know. I think we just start on our bucket list for 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
I will ask, are any of you interested in the possibility of looking into returning yourself to the correct time?
Oh yeah, with the maze engine? Can it... Okay. Yeah, I'll look at that. What if we went back to the maze engine and I activated it again?
You look into the future. You find yourself with the maze engine. That's a possibility. You also see a possibility of you finding a small iron flask somewhere outside of Livingstone. The iron flask has a little cork stopper in it, and you watch in this possibility as you uncork it, and a 12-foot tall, red-skinned Ifrit appears and offers you guys a single wish.
Oh wait, like a genie?
You see other possibilities where you guys just live out the next 7 months waiting and just preparing for the rest of your party to show up and kill that Nalfeshni. There are possibilities that you see.
I say we just go grab that flask anyways for insurance.
Well, if we know it exists, we for sure pocket that.
That's like a whole genie. Is it in like a place in Blingstone or like just on the floor?
It seems to be in a cavern about 20 minutes outside of Livingstone.
Ooh, yeah, we should like go there.
I mean, I know nothing that they can give us will come without a price, but it wouldn't be.
And that is true with Ifrits especially. I think that there'd be a lot of stories of genies from Trolt. But yeah, you know that the Ifrits especially, they love to twist words into ways that will help them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, if honestly, like anything that can help us, I agree with you. But just be careful with what we ask them. If we decide to go
careful?
There, she's gonna
covered in blood.
She's gonna look at you. Yeah, she's gonna look at you, very dead face, and just continue to stare at you.
Covered in blood and time traveled back 6 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, if anything, at least we should have it so that no one else is able to use it.
Exactly. That's why I took this, and I'll pull out the deck menacingly, but then put it away.
Dribble, give me an Arcana check.
Oh no.
Arcana.
There's a reason I sent you specifically back in time, Dribble.
13.
13. You've heard rumors of what's in that deck. You know one of those cards can grant wishes.
That's right. we can just get the Ifriti right now.
No.
Is there like a bathroom in this place or like a private sanctum?
Yeah, there's private rooms you can use.
Are you gonna draw from this thing?
I mean, it'd be pretty funny because like Pastriddle's still here. He'll meet you guys sometime if I get like exploded.
Yeah, then Pastriddle's gonna get shunted back in time and then die again.
Oh, that's right. But I could warn Pastriddle right now to not do what I did. I still have a sending spell, but then that would cause a whole thing. There's nobody else in here. I could get Vizarin's assistant to pull from it. Which dice should I roll to find out how many cards I should draw?
I think you
roll
just
a
pick.
D20
Oh wait, wait, I have one right here.
No,
I'm
you.
kidding. Please don't.
No, don't do it. No.
Start lower.
You pick Driddle. Like you announce the number that you want to take out.
Oh, Cleve?
Yeah, Cleve or the other elf guy.
Wait, are you
He
doing
didn't
this?
come with.
Yeah, are you doing this in front of us, or are you hiding away to try and do this?
I mean, do you want me to open it in front of you? Because I'm very curious if I just pull like one card, how bad could it be?
Look.
I can probably find. Is it something you have to roll for, or I have decks of playing cards at my house too? I could find.
Let me get my Dungeon Master card. 1 second.
Oh my gosh. Is this
I
the way
told
we
the crowd
die?
No, or is this the way we fix everything? Because if we do a wish, I could just be like, Gromp Baneray? It was a miscarriage. Sorry.
Ooh.
And then
You know how much that would change?
Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah, because we wouldn't have to deal with all this.
That's wild!
That is... Wow.
Or like
Wow.
at Gromp Baneray's birth, I'm standing right there with my staff raised.
Oh my god!
Just smite baby Grump.
Yeah. Or like right when he's about to do the spell, I'm standing honestly in the corner with counterspell prepared. I'm like, loser, and then I kill him.
You're killing Magic Hitler.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll go grab a deck of playing cards that I have. I'll make sure to select the cards that I need. I'll shuffle them, and then I will just start shuffling through them. You tell me when to stop, I'll pull a card. If you want to do it right now.
Because for the deck of many things, you have to declare first how
Yeah.
many you're gonna draw first.
Yes. And there are some DMs that rule that you can only ever do that once. I, frankly, think that is stupid.
Awesome. And I'm just curious, out of game, have you customized the deck at all?
I have a little bit. I've taken out some of the really nasty ones. And I've also taken out a couple random ones, but I have done that work, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh no!
Let me go get a deck of cards.
Oh no!
yeah.
This is what happens when they leave us alone.
No, it's cool, because, like, realistically, I probably wasn't going to draw from it anyways. Like, it's going to be one of the things that we complete the campaign and then it's just like a loose end, but he brought it up. He said, deck of many things, might as well.
Fuck.
He did bring it up.
Plus, worst comes worst, just the Grim Reaper appears behind me and I die immediately because I'm at 30 HP.
Maybe we should do like a short rest.
Yeah.
I'm kind of down to draw one.
Yeah.
Just one? It's like a Pringles can. You can never stop at just one.
Like, when I was telling
Oh,
Valencia
love this.
that there are a lot of gods and various entities that watch over death, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's up?
So, if a Reaper comes and decides that you're dead now, there's not a ton you can do about it.
That's true.
Well, let's see. Who are the gods that rule over death? Like Kellenvor?
Helenvor does. Jurgle is technically still around. There's gods for pretty much every type of way to die there is. Orcus is almost a god of being undead.
Hang on,
Yeah,
before we
must
do
be
this,
better.
on
If there's anyone who
record,
can negotiate his way off the feud plane, it's Mr. Driddle. I got
look,
this.
on
And
record,
each race has their own god of death.
we should do a short rest at least.
Yeah, I would like to, just to get my hit points back up.
You guys can mark a short rest, sure.
Yeah, and I'm not too familiar with short rest rules. I can spend...
You hit dice that you have. I think you also have Arcane Recovery.
I do. Your hit dice is... Like, how many do I have? I would have 11 as an 11th level sorcerer.
Well, you would have... Because you have Sorcerer and Wizard, so you have 12 total. And
Okay, and they're all
so-
D6.
Yeah, for you.
So I would just roll 12d6 and add that to my health?
Yep.
If you want to use them all, yes.
I will very much use them all. Let's see how much I can get back. Hey,
Oh,
that's not bad.
I cannot believe we're doing. Oh my god, is this happening?
Well,
So-
it'd be however many D6 plus your Constitution modifier
At the very end or for each roll?
at the very end.
Okay, so plus 4, so 74. Hey, you guys are both paladins, right? Do you have any, like, massage points you can give me that you don't mind?
Massage? Oh yeah, how many do you need? So I'll do a
I
lay.
need 20.
I will give you 20 lay on hands.
Great,
Oh,
I am
that's what
back
he was
up
asking
full.
for. I was like, what are you asking for? This
I was like, what? 25. Okay, well.
Just 20.
No, I'm down to 25 points now.
Hmm.
Confirm. Yeah, take those 20.
Oh, right, because you guys haven't... Well, no, you've taken... Since the Maze Engine, you've taken some long rests.
Oh,
I haven't.
oh,
You
but
haven't, but
I
Valencia
have. Okay, so then I have 40 then.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely terrified. Oh no.
Do I have a D8?
did. Driddle's leaving it up to chance.
Oh my
Good
god.
chance to see how many cards I pull. I'm gonna roll a D8.
Please roll low.
You, sir,
That's
are
the
more
level.
of a chaos entity than Driddle ever was.
Hey, okay, I hear your criticisms. I'll roll a D6
I'm so delighted but afraid right now.
because I lost my D4.
There's
currently shuffling.
All right, that's
I've
what'd
got
you say?
these cool. I'm currently shuffling. I've got these cool waterproof plastic cards.
Ooh,
I'm so delighted and
I'm
giggly.
so excited.
Man,
Oh my
I'm
God.
sad that the rest of the party isn't here. We're gonna have to get this episode recorded and edited.
Yes, I will record this one
Dang.
immediately. I will skip the other ones for today.
I rolled the dice. It's not a number that I probably would have chosen, but
How many? What did you roll?
I rolled a 6. But I don't know if I want to keep it.
It's like when you ask someone to make a decision for you and then you're not happy with it. You're like, oh well, I
Yeah.
wanted the other one eventually. Okay, all right, yeah, okay. Okay.
I'll reduce it by 1. I will roll 5 cards.
5 cards.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm not letting you. I'm not gonna let you know the cards that I pulled out.
Yeah.
But
But you'll let me know the effects when they.
I'll let you know the effects. Yeah. Okay. You can see me okay, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cards here.
All right, guys. Wish Driddle farewell. By the way,
Okay,
this character
just say-
was here for a good time, not a long
Just say
time.
when. I'm just gonna go slowly through them.
Wait, so then just contextualizing it,
Right there. Okay.
Yeah.
you just kind of go
That's
off on
two
your
of
own.
Hearts. Or sorry, 2 of diamonds.
Yeah.
So you just kind of go off on your own and are just pulling cards.
Well, yeah. I'll be like, I'll try to pretend to act like one of those weird echoes and just be whistling and pulling out random cards. Unless you want to watch, in which case I'll gladly do it in front of everybody. Or, yeah, I'll be like, hey, Valencia, watch this, and then pull out 5.
Okay.
And her eyes widen in horror.
Yeah.
I'll be like, this could bypass the Afridi. I could get a wish out of here that would have no drawbacks.
Driddle, no!
You pull one card out, and on it is a depiction of a beautiful star falling from the sky. This is the comet. Driddle doesn't feel any different. Nothing happened.
Oh.
I will tell Jared, if you single-handedly defeat the next hostile monster or group of monsters that you encounter, you gain a level. Otherwise, this card has no effect.
That's pretty good. We should just, like, go piss something off outside. If I survive the next 4 cards.
Card number 2.
Yeah. Card number 2. Stop.
Okay. You can get very far. It's the Ace of Hearts.
I can't believe this is
I
happening.
immediately die.
Are you actually pooping right now?
Oh no, I just got a big, stupid grin on my face.
What happened?
Are you kidding
No!
me?
What happened?
No!
Riddle is no more. It's either that or I become God.
Dribble, you pull the next card out, and on it is a depiction of 3 women.
Ooh, I get girlfriends.
Who are holding up string together, and it's a very artistic depiction. You, sir, just pulled the Fates.
What'd that do?
Reality's fabric unravels and spins anew, allowing you to avoid or erase one event as if it never happened. You can use the card's magic as soon as you draw the card, or at any other time before you die.
Oh,
You
guys.
can use it now, or you can let it sit until you need it.
I would use it now, but if I were to pull a card that is like insta game over for Driddle, could I just use it to snap that out of existence?
You absolutely could.
Okay, I'll keep it then. I won't use it right now.
Oh my
Sorry.
gosh.
Guys, I pulled 2 good ones. That
Oh
means
my
the next
God.
3
Oh
are
my
like
gosh.
the worst imaginable. And for the next draw, I'll just have you pick the top card.
The top card. Okay, you want me to shuffle it at all?
You don't have to.
Jack of Spades.
Oh my gosh.
There's no chance it's a good card, guys. Probability.
Again, so Driddle, you pull the next card, and it's this man in a hood with a knife up to his face in a very dramatic pose. This is the Road. Now again, Driddle doesn't feel anything happen. I will tell you, a non-player character of the DM's choice becomes hostile towards you.
Ooh, of the DM's choice, so I don't even know who it is.
The identity of your new enemy is not known until the NPC or someone else reveals it.
So what you're saying is Dungle DeChito has his first arch nemesis somewhere.
Nothing less than a wish spell or divine intervention can end the NPC's hostility towards you.
Alright guys, for gold pieces, what do you think it's gonna be?
Oh my gosh.
If I go back to the wrist, I'm gonna be so sad. Be like, dude,
Statistically, it's some dude named Fred in a farm hamlet somewhere in the
We're
middle of
playing a
nowhere.
game of statistics right now, Theros.
No, thematically, it's gonna be something that just screws us.
the librarian just kicks me out immediately. Get out of here.
One of the giants is just starting to hunt you down.
Oh my gosh.
Just a random Darrow. But like those 2 little kids.
I don't even want to say anything. I don't want to give Erickson ideas.
Oh, I already have so many, but I want to hear yours now too.
Or the non-player character, it should be Yanagu. He's pretty
I was gonna
powerful.
say, the Demon Lords count as non-player characters.
Oh wait, but would that mean that they just hate me in particular?
Yep.
That's pretty funny. I like these cards. I've got, what, 2 more to go?
Yes.
Holy smokes.
This is going pretty good.
Dude, you're gonna get your throat slit in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I completely forgot to add one of the Jokers in, so let me do that real quick.
Just sleeping, knock at the door. Who's that? It is me, little gnome. It's Gross for no reason.
Oh.
Yours nightmare.
Davos, are you drawing from this?
Me?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be you.
Are you going to?
I'm not. No, he has the deck of many things.
Okay. Card number 4.
Card number 4. Now.
Halfway through. Okay. Queen of Clubs. Oh, good. You pulled both of the ones that I wanted you to. This, you pull a card out that looks like it has a depiction of a devil on it, surrounded by fire. This is the Flames. A powerful devil becomes your enemy. The devil seeks your ruin and plagues your life, savoring your suffering before attempting to slay you. This enmity lasts until either you or the devil dies.
I cast Identify in the deck before. Do I know what these cards mean?
I'm going to say you're going to have to cast Identify on each of the individual cards. Well, I guess, actually, hold on. Once that card is drawn, it fades from existence. So...
Just blissfully unaware? Yeah.
Say no.
It's like, guys, look, nothing's happened so far. This is pretty good. And I will complete... Do I know that I can erase one of the events?
I'm going to say, when you drew the Fates cards, you felt kind of a pit in your stomach forming. You kind of know it's something.
Yeah.
You've unlocked some ability.
I'll just chuckle, while sweating bullets. Guys, I don't think this deck's magic at all. This is just fun.
Right. Okay, last card.
1, 2, 3, stop.
What is this life? Oh my gosh.
What was the first one I pulled? Oh, that was...
The first one was the 2 of Diamonds, which was...
The Starfall one.
The Comet.
The Comet. You gotta beat up the next...
Oh yeah,
if
gain
you
a level.
If you
by
single-handedly
yourself.
defeat the next
Yeah.
monster, then yeah, you get a level. Okay. The Vizier. You pull this card, and it's...
Yeah.
The advisor of...
Oh,
Apparently
that's
they
right.
were a magician in actual history.
Yeah.
So.
You see a drawing of a powerful mage casting a magical spell. The Vizier, at any time you choose within 1 year of drawing this card. So, if you time jump, you've only got
Got a
5
few
months.
months, yeah.
You can ask a question in meditation and mentally receive a truthful answer to that question. Besides information, the answer helps you solve a puzzling problem or other dilemma. In other words, the knowledge comes with wisdom on how to apply it.
Okay.
And this would be a lot more specific than the archives of the future are. I will try and be as specific as possible with your question, and unlike genies, I'm not going to twist your answer.
Okay. Hey guys, I lived.
You are alive, and you don't feel that different. So,
Yeah. I just got a few more haters, which is pretty normal.
It's like,
But I don't know that
arguably-
yet.
there's like, you didn't know cats could sweat, but there's visible sweat on Valencia's face as she watched you pull these cards.
All right, who's next? Valencia Thabas?
Oh my god! I'm torn because player me thinks this is delightful, but I have no luck
You can
at
draw
all.
a card if you want. I'll offer the deck to you. Just come on, pick a card.
Oh my god. You know what? You know what? Fine. Whatever. I'll draw 2 cards.
2?
I will draw 2.
But you're not as expendable as
No.
Driddle.
I cannot describe how much I love this game. Tell me when to stop.
Stop. I'll draw 2.
Nope.
I have plenty of character ideas. Why not?
That's
I
true.
think she thinks it's they're shiny.
Yeah.
It's we're
Do all the
time
cards
traveling.
fade away after you draw them, or is it just specific ones that say they do?
Just most of them, unless they say otherwise.
Oh, most of them. That means that some of the good ones are gone.
Everyone that you draw.
Yeah.
Okay. Valencia, you drew the Jack of Hearts, which is
I'm so scared.
the Knight.
But I regret.
That's a funny one. No, you're gonna love this one.
But I regret
Um,
nothing because this is fun.
Yeah, so you pull the card and it just kind of vanishes. You see a drawing of a knight in shining armor, battling a dragon, I'll say, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Kind of glance around, get ready to pull your second card, and as you do, the door opens, and this elvish man, probably looks to be the human equivalent of about 24, 25. He's got shorter blonde hair, and he's dressed in full plate armor. Opens the door and says, I'm so sorry, I'm looking for Valencia Miros.
Hail and well met. My name is Valencia.
I was sent by the Order of the Gauntlet to come and assist you. My name is Erevan Galanadel.
She'll hold out her hand for a predator shaking. I'm glad to have you on board.
He's a little awkward about it, but he does it. He looks like a decently formidable warrior. He's got a nice sword on his side. He says, "They didn't tell me much about what's happening, but I'm at your service, so I'm here to assist."
Well, we're currently fighting. She's so very confused. We're currently fighting against demon lords. So if you are willing to assist us with that, I won't hold you to the promise. If just to be fully aware of what you're signing up for.
What if an innocent person?
I am prepared. I will do what I must.
Okay, then happy to have you aboard. She looks at Driddle very confused. Like,
You pulled the opposite of the hater card.
Okay.
He is a 4th level fighter who is at your beck and call.
Okay.
Yep. He's the same race as you. He's Tabaxi, my bad.
Oh, yay.
Serves you loyally until death, believing the fates have drawn him or her to you. You control this character. I will send you his stat block.
Okay, cool.
You got a sidekick. Okay.
Woo. Okay. Stop.
Okay.
Davos, you wanna turn after this?
I would love
Going left
to.
out.
Thavos, I can't write
You
that.
can't risk it.
It doesn't work for his character. He is lawful.
So what, is he just like looking at disgust as we do this?
He's terrified.
You pull a card that has a beautiful drawing of the sun with a face on it.
I think this one's really good too.
Immediately you feel yourself bolstered. You feel stronger. Valencia, go up a level.
Yeah!
In
Oh,
addition, hold on.
This is fire.
I get a level?
Yeah, you do.
Hey Davos, we're stronger than you now. Well, actually, she is. I need to like step on a bug.
You go fight like a. Give me 1 second. I gotta.
Let's go punch a child.
Yeah. Oh, are there? That'd be so mean. It has to be a hostile creature, so I'd like steal their candy.
I'm gonna isolate that video clip. Just go punch a child. Oh my god.
Yes. So what'd you guys get up to while half the party was gone? Oh yeah, Davos said this.
Okay.
Oh, is this the one where you choose like a weapon?
No. Trying to find one that would benefit you specifically.
This is the deck of amazing things.
This is
far,
wild.
Statistically, we made it out really good.
Mm-hmm.
He looks a little peeved by it.
No, hold on. I have a very stupid idea. I'm gonna make your lives way easier.
Okay.
That you can see strapped to the hip of your knight friend Erevan. There's a little iron flask with runes on it, a cork stopper.
No way, we got the
He
thing.
pulls it off and says, "Oh, I also mean to throw this to you."
Oh.
Part of the sun card is you get a wondrous item that I determined that appears.
And it's the Afridi jar. Get the thing.
Iron flasks are a wondrous item.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna look at it, look at Driddle, and then immediately put it back in her package like, no, we're not using this right now.
I mean, would it only be courteous to a house guest to offer that knight a card too?
Do not draw any of these cards. You just got here.
Yeah, I'll flip I'll flip back the cover of the deck.
That would be like our get jail out of free card, right? To have him just draw everything.
Yeah.
He has his own personal goals. He might make a wish
Yeah,
for something
but
else if he gets it.
I am responsible for him,
That is true.
and she would not. I personally would, because it's just effective. But she would not sacrifice this poor young man for the sake of drawing the cards. So,
Well, you're the only good person in the party then. I feel like everyone else definitely would.
Joe, were you saying you open up the deck and just kind of waggle it in front of Thavos' nose?
I'll offer it to him, but then assuming he doesn't take it, I'll flip close the cap on it
Okay.
and tuck it away, and I'll go to the present guy. Be like, well, is there anything a little gnome like me could kill really fast around here? Presumably that does not like me. I don't kill it.
Various dangerous creatures simply outside the gates of the library that you could find. You going to the present guy?
Yeah.
He says, for instance, let's see, 1 sec.
About to show this knight how things get done in the Abyssal Breakers. Oh wait, that name isn't coined yet. We're just the guys.
He says, I know that there's a small colony of dark mandrels that lives in here. You could go hunt them down. Are you looking for food or what?
Yes, for food.
Alright.
I'll bare my gnomish flat teeth.
He says, just keep your eyes to the ceilings. Look for eyes.
Alrighty. Do I know what a dark mantle is?
Yeah, they are creatures that also disguise themselves as stalactites. They kind of float though. They're freaky, and they like to crush, but they're pretty small, so you can easily take one out with a well-placed firebolt or something.
Okay. And
They've only
the
got-
card said I had to take out the group of them, right? If I found multiple.
I mean, unless they flee, if you defeat one, yeah. I'll allow you to defeat one.
Yeah. I'll just be like, all right, guys, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Start walking towards the cavern.
Easy enough to find. Yeah, you can shoot a fireball up there, take care of most of them. They've only got 22 hit points, so.
Yeah.
They're kind of like cave octopus, like cave squid, they kind of like. So, yeah, they're freaky.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. You kill them. Take a look.
Let's go.
Dang, guys. Good polls.
Oh, I got banishment and a 4th level spell slot.
And I get another feat because I'm only sorcerer level 11, going to 12 now.
Wait, were we at level 11 or 12?
We're at 12, but
Okay.
I'm only an 11 sorcerer because I took a level of wizard.
Got it. I was confused. I thought I had given myself a level, like, when I shouldn't have. But now I'm 13. Woo!
Now, Thavos, I won't try and tempt you, but it seems like if you're going to do it, now's the time.
Seems like I'm being tempted. I don't.
I'm just saying the options there.
You're being
I got
tempted by the
cards
only
right
god
here.
who can control every single thing in the game.
If you don't touch them, I will put my cards right next to my monitor, ready for you whenever you're ready.
So how is the deck doing its replenishing thing? Because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they disappear, but they go back into the deck unless it's.
Some of them,
There's two
like,
of them
you said the
disappear
devil,
forever.
the chain card, went away forever.
There are only 2 cards that will go back into the deck. Oh wait. Oh, unless this card is those 2. It repeated reuse. Oh, my bad. Yeah, they're going back into the deck. So I just need to notate what you guys have. One.
I wrote down the ones that I pulled.
Okay, you just write them all down.
Yeah, I got Fates, Star, Rogue, Devil, and Vizier.
Comet.
Oh, Comet.
Not the star. Just
The star
you
is
did not
different.
get the star.
And I got the Knight, and I think the other one was called the Sun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I will put those back into the deck and reshuffle. I love this game so much.
Oh my god.
Davos will look, see that chaos can be harnessed.
You see Valencia now training this 4th level fighter in, like...
He's
I'll
definitely
draw
a little
4.
slower than me. Oh, jeez, dude. Okay,
Oh no!
tell me when to stop shuffling.
Wait, how many did he say?
4.
4!
Ah!
It's okay, I've still got the one insurance card where I can just
Okay.
whisk away that Thavos
that's
decided to pull.
And never mind, we can do it the same way. I was gonna say just to increase the just pick 4 cards out of it.
Okay, I can do that. I'll pull all of them at the same time.
Yep.
This is
Unless you want me to go
delightful.
one at a time and then put those ones back in.
Pull them out and then put them back in, just to make sure they could be drawn twice.
Okay, so I'll go one at a
Because
time.
I think that's the way the deck works.
Yes. First one.
This is awesome. Driddle is just laughing to himself right now, like rolling on the floor.
Shoot, dude. That's another Queen of Clubs.
I'm going to draw Dawnbringer just in case, because you never ever know what's going to happen.
You pulled the very same card that Driddle drew that had a devilish figure surrounded by flames.
Oh no, we got
You, sir, also have a powerful devil that is your enemy.
As opposed to, the Demon Lord Orcus, who is also your enemy. You've got a bucket list to go through.
Add them to the list.
I've pissed off many a powerful extraplanar entity. One more doesn't really change anything.
That's a good point. Okay, I'll throw that back in, reshuffle. These cards are very, very nice to shuffle. They feel very nice. And they don't, like, split at all, which is nice.
That's good, yeah. Good
Because
guy.
they're just, like, thin plastic sheets. You kind of see, they're see-through, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I leveled up, can I swap any spells that I got? How does
Sure,
that work?
dude. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Ace of Hearts. You gotta be freaking kidding me.
We're only pulling good today, guys.
Come on. Let it be
This is
good. Let it be
Guys,
good.
now that we leveled up twice, this is the A team.
This is insane.
How is the balancing of that gonna go? Half the party is no level higher than the rest.
Well, you don't get a level, but you did just pull the fates.
Wait, so you got the same thing I did?
You can change one event in the past as if it never happened.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
no.
Oh my
Keep
gosh.
in mind, that's Davos that can do that.
Damn it.
Well, fuck.
But now you have your own insurance if the cards go right, so I don't have to use mine.
2 more. Just pulling the top card off.
Yeah.
If I pulled this one already, I'm gonna...
Will we get a bad one?
Ooh, this is a new one. This is the 2 of Hearts. Nothing seems to happen. You glance around. And the card that you pulled out, it looks like a dragon's hoard. You look down, and there are 25 pieces of jewelry worth 2,000 gold each at your feet.
You're rich.
No way.
Yeah, you just got 50k gold essentially.
And as it falls, be like, as a reminder, Thavos, you pulled that from my desk.
Oh my god.
You guys have insane luck.
Guys, we're gonna come back like charlatans to
Oh
the group.
my god.
We should just start throwing the necklaces everywhere, like money in rap videos.
Can I force the card on you? Can I just pull the dungeon card?
Well, to be fair, that is Thavos' gold, so he will do with his gems.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, so just add 50,000 gold to your character sheet.
The librarian's just watching us like, who are these people?
This is great.
The present guy's writing about what's happening 5 feet behind him, just like 50,000 gold.
Okay, last one. King of Spades. Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Thavos, as you go down to pick up these gems, they just kind of fade away in your hands.
You got the poor card right afterwards.
All forms of wealth that you carry or own other than magic items are lost. Portable property vanishes. Businesses, buildings, and land that you own are lost in a way that alters reality the least. Any documentation that proves you should own something lost to this card also disappears.
Bankrupt domain. You can reverse that though. You have the Fates card.
You can, if you want to.
Money means little to me.
Yeah, I figured.
We just watch you become poor and you're okay with it?
Well,
He still has his magical items, though, right?
yes, magical items are still there. Well, no wishes for you guys yet.
We do have the Affinity Jar for next time.
That is true, you do. But you guys sit in this room contemplating the decisions that you've made to pull cards from this deck and wondering what your next move might be. I think that's a good stop point for us to end tonight's session.